Hey guys, and welcome to a King of the Hill. We haven't done one of these in absolutely forever, but it is indeed... Oh, can hear some sirens going past my windows, but it is indeed a special occasion. It is my birthday, or is it? It's actually my birthday tomorrow, but I'm currently moving house. As you can see by my room behind me, it's completely bare. Currently stripping everything out and trying to move it over, but managed to squeeze in a little bit of time here for a stream. And because we're moving to a new house tomorrow, I don't know if we're going to have internet and all that kind of stuff. So basically celebrating a little tiny bit early. And we are putting in a pretty awesome King of the Hill. Let's have a quick look at the lineup for today. We are going to be having, dun dun dun, myself, which is a bit of a surprise. I'm actually going to be playing here up against Logic, Golden Eagle, Ninja, Malverde, Red Legion, Suave, and Gidup Mule. And Consul Rome is waiting in the wings as well. What's up, guys? What's up, Red Legion? How's it going, man? Good to see you here as always. I'll speak to you guys in just a second. Let's check to see if my pen's ready. Oh, no more than 5. Yes, awesome. Let's rock and roll. Best of luck, bud. So, Logic is actually my housemate, and he's been recently getting into Total War. He does his own videos as well, so if you actually do Logic_EU, he has a channel where he mainly does campaigns. So if you're into campaign, and especially legendary campaigns, ridiculously hard ones, feel free to go give him a follow. I think he's even live streaming this as well, if you want to see him take me on. Looks like he's saying for the grudges. I'm just going to get my chat up quickly on my phone for stream, so I can see your glorious faces. Here we go. What's up, Ronan? Thank you. Hope you're all good as well, buddy. Sebastian, Lux, Alex, thank you, thank you. Nice to see you guys here. And we'll have a nice little chat as well after this game. Of course, we are bringing the mighty Nakai. The power of the meme. I'm, going to try to win, but at the same time, I don't really want to be streaming, playing and commentating all at the same time for too long, so hopefully one of these boys will be able to take my crown as quickly as possible. It's just a friendly King of the Hill as well, nothing on the line, so I'm sure we're going to see a lot of kind of wild and wacky builds coming in. Simply best of ones, banner rules, all that kind of simple stuff. I'll also remove the camera of my face once we get past this game. But because the commentary will be lacking, because I will be focusing, you can instead watch at my rather grumpy-looking face when I play. I kind of tend to lean in and get all got it pumped. Of course, we are on a troll country here. We are outnumbered by the Dowie, which is always a worry, especially when you have 4 units of skinks. So let's wrap some of them on the wings and really try to punch through this central core. But I hope you guys are all doing good today. We've chosen literally the worst time to move house, but luckily we're not moving too long. We're actually moving out for a month and then moving back in, and that is because our house is getting redecorated. So, it's pros and cons. It's a big kind of hassle at the moment, I suppose, but once we actually move, it'll be all fine. So I'm doing a very traditional flank overload here, of course, which is a good way to play up against the forces of the Dowie. Let's actually make a little flanking force with the skinks as well on this left-hand side. The skinks are pretty nifty in speed. And the right-hand flank as well. We can go a little bit more that way. We'll hide some of these bad boys as well. And looks like we're pretty much good to go. So this should be interesting. Haven't played today yet as well, so expect an absolute ton of rust, which will always be good to see. Before we do start though, I'll obviously make sure my opponent's ready. We are coming in, so I should probably explain my build. Ton of skinks, 2 normal, 2 red crested, and triple Saurus warriors. Do have double Pterodon rise up in the sky as well for some harass. Triple Croxagore going in the theme, as we do have Nakai as our mighty lord and saviour. We have some Cold One riders and a skink priest of beast coming in with amber spear. Pan's impenetrable pelt, something I'm going to be trying out. I think that increased speed and physical resistance would be quite nice on the Croxagore. We also have a transformation of Kadon as well, but I know what you guys are really here for. You're not here for me, you're not here for the stream, you're here for the boy, Nakai the Wanderer, looking ferocious as always. Yes, yes. Cool, I think that's roughly good enough to go. Doesn't matter too much. Let's see what you guys are saying. What's up, David the White Lizard? How's it going? Hope you're all good. Sebastian, hello, hello. So if I do keep looking down from the camera, I am looking at chat. Lorenzo, nice to see you here. Von Arcadius as well. Just cast a game with you. Go on, Eagle, I love that. I love that. Nakai is secretly a beast in the late game, but unfortunately armies with Nakai never get to the late game. For the grudges, nice. You good to go? Let's make sure he's ready. Just chuck that on the floor. Yeah, guys, literally in the middle, like today. We're literally moving house right now, so I thought I'd sneak in a little tiny break as we've been lumbering stuff for all day. My arms are weak, my arms sweaty, and vomit on my sweater already and all that good stuff. So looks like he's good to go. Gonna like have fun. Yep. So here we go, guys. Should be some good stuff. This is a matchup I think favours Dowie a tiny bit, but it's not, you know, crazy. Cool. And let's get ready to rumble. So he's going to be taking the other side here from what we wanted, but that's fine. Got some Thunderers in the centre pocket. Longbeards in the front line. Ton of Dwarfs here. We're really heavily outnumbered. And a cannon to boot as well. So let's certainly get the wheels moving as fast as possible. Start pushing up. We'll make a new flanking force on this side as well. Let's really try and hammer home in one direction. Let's get rolling. So Thunder is moving into position as well. Cannon currently going after Saurus Warriors. He's going to want to switch that target relatively soon, as we are going to fly over as quickly as possible. I think the Thunderers are actually a bigger threat to us here. Let's continue to wrap around. Let's just chuck you all in the front line for now. Good, good. Let's get ready for the big flank overload. Go. Oh. Okay, let's float away. Not too successful. Let's actually go over the Thunderers here instead. And let us come in here. Really try and push through this side here. Let's get in and harass. Come down here. And let's just punch through. Here we go, all the way around the skinks, if we can. And what have I forgotten? Ah, yes, half my army. That's the standard rubber duck war play. Over here. And looks like he doesn't want to commit yet with his slayers. That's fine. Continue to walk around. And let's just couple this as well. Go after that runesmith, and let's really hammer home over here. As much as possible. Let's get out of there. Bring the slayers into the skinks. And pull around, which is good. Cool, things not going too bad. Let's actually assassinate them. Obviously, we don't want to get involved with the mighty beast himself. Pop over here. Let's wrap. Cool. So let's pull out with you guys. Keep pushing where we can. These dwarf warriors, there they are, for those slayers. Get the skinks to tap Ungrim for as long as possible, and let's summon another Manticore. The Law of Manticore does reign supreme. Let's see if he's paying attention. So yeah, slam him there. Good stuff. So we kind of have a load of big blobs. Let's get the skinks back here. Start missing everything up where possible. Cool, they have slammed in. Let's pull through our own troops if we can. Keep you fighting. Let's get you here. Get all the proc score in the mix and just try shutting stuff down. It's not going too terribly so far. Got one right point blank down the line. Keep pushing through. Nakai, let's those. Don't want to use his other buff at the moment. We don't want to rampage really. Who did we forget? Got some pterodons as well. Just pop in the back lines. We are starting to falter here. We are starting to falter as the mighty Ungrim does come for us. Let's continue to push. These are slayers. They're going to be a massive problem in the late game though. Try and get our Saurus on them if possible. As Ungrim wails on the runesmith, and we can continue to push through now. So of course, unfortunately, we've kind of allowed him to build a second pocket, which is nice play by him over here. So let's get back here and try and harass it as much as possible. Continue to push into the back lines. But the runesmith doesn't want to die. Nakai clearly fond of him. see if we have anything else. No. So here once more. Got Slayer's attacking smart crossbow, which isn't too good. So let's continue to push. Cool, that runesmith is now pretty much dealt with. Let's wrap Nakai around as well. I think we have over here dwarf warriors, that's fine, we can beat them down. Cube kill. Do you have anything in reserve? No, looks like we're all good for now. Try to remember we do indeed have a caster. Okay, let's fly over here. Try to destroy these longbeards. It's all struggling. Let's try to pull them out. Unfortunately for us, we don't have anything to pressure this back line of Thunderers, which could be pretty disastrous. So let's chase him off if we can. Oh no! Nakai don't get surrounded by Slayers, please. This could be a big problem here. We could end up just surrounded by a sheer wall of Slayers, which could be very problematic here. So fall back to Nakai if we can. Slow down the enemy. So push them. Yeah, I think we're mixing it with Slayers, guys. This is really bad. I think we've probably thrown it actually. We're in quite a good position. And then we've kind of just let all our guys get compromised by Slayers. The Slayers do die, of course, in combat still. To Croc Skull. But yes. Come on, Nakai. Don't let anyone tell you you're mean. You are the mean machine. Cool. Shut down some of the Thunderers. Let's keep going, Nakai. I believe you can make it. I think Krakadrin and the mighty Ungrim may be invincible here. Let's push through to these guys. I actually don't think there's anything we're going to be able to do to deal with Ungrim the Mighty. Who knows? We've got a lot of rallying troops as well. Kai needs to keep moving though. Can't let that pesky dwarf catch up with him. Unfortunately, I didn't really deal with those Slayers. Let's keep dragging my opponent around with Nakai while we try to rally some troops, although it doesn't look like we have many left. Let's try and whistle them back. Oh, stop pull out. Let's wrap around again, try and hit these Thunderers. Let's dance over here. Come after those if we can. Cool. So we can, of course, make all our enemies a little bit slower and fear us. We may have to make a little last stand over here, I think. How much means of magic is that? 7. Okay, so we will have a Pan's impenetrable pelt soon. Just improve his leadership. Let's just chuck everything at him. A desperate last attempt here. Let's pop all our buffs. And see what happens. But I think the mighty Nakai is going to go down here, guys. He's struggling. He's trying. He's surrounded by Slayers. The Primal Roar is active, and he is an unhappy boy here. He is hacking apart dwarfs left, right, and centre. Trying his best to take down Ungrim. But, with all his buffs pop, we'll escape where possible there. Oh, we have to kind of fight this. Let's pop that down Nakai. We'll have to see if Nakai can indeed carry the day. I don't think he can though. Look at him. Look at the poor little Nakai. Surrounded. But I believe in him, even when others do not. But I think army loss is set in. I'm certain if army loss hadn't set in, then Nakai would have carried the day and won for sure. But very well played to Logic there. He's going to be the current king of the hill. Going through with a big carry from the Slayers, I think, overall. 112 and 39 kills. Very impressive stuff. And Ungrim proving once and for all, he is the better of the warriors between himself and Nakai there. GG. Ungrim confirmed OP. Awesome stuff there. So let's update the scoreboard quickly. So, bam, bam. That is going to be Logic coming in as the king with a 1 there. And I will be switching to, I believe, Golden Eagle. So if you're there, bud, I'm just about to set up a lobby. Let's move that into position. I'll just set up a lobby with the password 123, as obviously I'm not in the right mode at the moment. I'll open new lobby. Awesome stuff. What do you guys think of that? It's always good to see Nakai as a monster. Look in your Discord, I sent something. Awesome, I will check in just a second. I probably did get a haircut since you last saw me, maybe. I've got a quite short hair at the moment. A move. But I'll come chill out with you guys in a second. Let's open up the lobby. Bam, bam. And don't worry guys, we have plenty of time for more awesome games as well. So there's Ducky King of the Hill, password 123. I don't know if the name's written down here actually, so we'll have to get Golden Eagle in as well. Let's invite Logic. And yes guys, Logic is a caster as well, focuses mainly on campaign, but feel free to check him out. Logic _EU is his name. I'll drop a link at some point as well. And he's my housemate, really cool dude. So let's have a little look. Dun, dun, dun. Well, doesn't look like I have Golden Eagle on here, but I'm sure he's in chat anyway. And let me check Discord quickly, because someone said I needed to. What's up, Mr. Pop? Sebastian. Awesome, Sebastian. Awesome, awesome. Cool. So I have invited them, and we'll see how it goes. GG. Yes, yes. Thank you, a Grando as well, for the happy birthday. Merci beaucoup. I'm getting old. I'm an old duck now. Got grey hair. And I'm going to be turning 27, which is pretty awesome. I am very young looking for my age, but... I know I'm not ignoring you guys, I am actually checking you out on chat on my phone. Nakai lost the battle, so CA wouldn't nerf him. Yeah, Nakai too powerful. Duck spaghetti indeed. No, I'm still in London, so I'm literally moving from one house across the road to another house for a month, so my landlord can redo this house, and then we're moving back. So it's a bit of a balls ache, but it's all good. Cool, let's get Golden Eagle in here now, so I'm going to quickly, I think I might be on invisible mode on Steam, so let's make myself open. There you go. Awesome stuff, and we get Golden Eagle in here. Thank you, Odwin. Lovely stream, awesome. Being by a campaign noob, yeah. I did go Nakai, but still, he played well. He's a Dowie main, I believe. What do you need to do to play in your King of the Hill? Join my Discord, man. There's a link down below in the description. This one is full, but I'll announce it on there, and then people put their name on the list, and it's just first come, first serve. Let's pop Golden Eagle a message as well. Let him know we're online. Oh. Oh, okay. He's sent me his Steam address, which is fine. So let's add him up quickly. Add a friend. But yeah, I hope you guys are all doing today. Good today. Thank you for coming and chilling with me. And boop, there's Golden Duck. Loving the name. So let's see. Oh, apparently I can't invite anyone for some reason. Oh, it's because he's full. Happy B-Day Duck. Awesome name, Golden Duck there. Loving it. Loving it, loving it. Hey, hey. Oh no, I don't know who that was. They left. I don't know who that was. Happy B-Day Duck. Well, whoever you were, hopefully that was a Golden Eagle. I'm not sure if he'd be coming back. We'll get him in a second. I can't see lobby either. Just sent you a friend request, bud. There we are, Golden Duck. I don't know who that was then. Who popped in, but thank you, whoever it was. Drop out. Hey. So, King, picks, and bans 2. To make it a little harder for the King, they do the pick and ban. Once they've won 3 in a row, so they get 3 points, it becomes pick 1, ban 1. Let's also switch the map up a little bit. Let's go River and Maxon. River and Maxon is the map. Bring on the DLC! Oh man, I was so excited. I thought it was going to coincide with my birthday, because I thought it was coming out in November. I was like, oh, they might do an early November release. I can do like a birthday DLC like stream thing. Unfortunately, it didn't work out that way, but I'm still very, very excited for it coming out in a month's time. Yes, yes. He does a noob tourney every time you join. I do tournaments. I've held off on round 2 of Death Before Dishonor until we've moved into the new house and we figured out if I can stream and all that stuff, which I should be able to, because I think we're actually on the same internet, because we're literally moving like a street across. So I've still got a lot of stuff to move today, though. I've got to move the desk, PC, bed. It's going to be a nightmare, but we'll get through it. How are you? Soon victorious, I hope. Coast... Ban, Dowie, and Empire sound good. Okay, is UK in lockdown again? Yes. We're in lockdown again, which really sucks. It's understandable, and it's like probably the right thing to do, but yeah, we're in lockdown for a month, which is sad news. Thank you, Hamoud. How's it going? Thank you for the happy birthday. How old are you? I am going to be 27. Tomorrow, Zachary. Thank you, Samuel. Happy Duck Day. Yeah, we should change to Duck Day. I prefer Duck Day, I think, than birthday. But yeah, Nakai OP. You're saying the truth. You're saying the truth. Nakai is too powerful. In that case, we're probably the only European country who's too stupid to do it. So in the top 3. Yeah, it kind of sucks at the moment, but it's fine. We will survive. We will survive. Yeah, guys, funny story. I'm packing up at the moment, and I actually have a load of rubber ducks. Not because I had like a collection before, but I had one like football themed duck. And since I started the channel, every now and again, one of my like childhood friends will send me a rubber duck. So I have like an army of rubber ducks. So I had to like pack them all into a box. So it's going to be pretty funny. If anyone sees me while moving, I'm just kind of lugging a load of ducks around, which is pretty cool. Mind if I go Avalon? I'm sure he'll be fine with that. Oh, thank you! Thank you, Akane! Thank you very much, man! 1,000 years to you. Man, I'm very blessed. Thank you. You're actually the first ever person to do a, like, the chat, like, pay thing. So thank you so much, man. I really appreciate it, man. You're true champ. MVP of the stream already, man. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, schools will still be open at Science Spaghetti, as well as uni. So it's a bit different quarantine than previous. I'll still be at my job, although I've got the next 2 weeks off because my birthday, so want to have some time off, and then I've got like a real tiny like surgery to do the week after, where I'll be hobbling around for a while. So I won't go into detail. I'm getting like a tiny bit done to my foot, so I won't be able to walk too much, but that won't affect me streaming here and stuff. But man, thank you so much. Honestly, that donation's really shocked me. Thank you. I hope you enjoy as well, man. I hope I can pay you back with some good content. Now, do you guys want me to get rid of the camera, by the way? I'm more than happy to, if you would rather not see my face while we stream, and I can just have it open at these points when we're like talking to each other between games, and take it down for the games, because I think that'd probably be best. But we'll see. Let's see what you guys say. Should be pretty good fun. Vampire Coast up against High Elves. A interesting matchup. So good bands coming in from Logic, in my opinion. I've been training him a little bit in the multiplayer game, so he knows a thing or two. He's no slouch. So good bands up against Empire and Dowie, knowing they're the 2 toughest counters, but High Elves pretty good as well. Now it's going to be interesting to see what Logic does. I think he needs to bring some mortars here, really, to deal with the archers that Golden Duck no doubt will bring. I love the name Golden Duck, it's really quite cool. So yeah, mortars counter archers, but then there's a lot of vice versa. I think it's a matchup of mind games personally. Both factions have a really good way to counter each other. So yeah, should be good fun. You always do pay with your content. Cam is cool. Awesome, man. Awesome. But as you can see, everything's bare. It's maybe a little echoey more than usual, but we've moved most of the stuff over now, which is good. So I was like, oh, I need to get in stream. So managed to get these probably about 2 hours in. We've got quite a few competitors. I'll get up the list in just a second. How will the Tomb King survive? Is there any way to say that without sound weird? This is nice. I appreciate the comment. It's not too weird, man. Don't worry about it. A puppy. Yes, Magnus. Puppies are awesome. I'm honoured to be the first main to come. Thank you so much, man. Honestly, that's really generous of you and really quite cool. I don't know what currency that is. PLN. So, but thank you very much. So, obviously I'm in the UK, so it'll convert over, but I just don't know off the top of my head, unfortunately. Not too good with currencies. I'm going to quickly check Discord, make sure we're all good with questions and the like. And if you guys are enjoying, by the way, feel free to give the stream a big old thumbs up, as it does actually push out to more people. YouTube's been really weird. I can't find my own streams and that type of stuff. So if you give as many likes and stuff as possible, it'll push it out to more people, and more people will be able to find it, basically, which is really cool. And if you're new, obviously, feel free to subscribe. Do Total War Warhammer content pretty much every single day of the week. Be 6 to 7 videos a week and streams. And we're growing quite nicely, so it should be some good fun. Excited to see these boys kick off as well. Golden Eagle, of course, as well, has been a loyal kind of competitor, I suppose is the right word. Played on the channel quite a lot, and is a mighty player, High Elf main as well. So he's managed to get his favourite faction here. Well, from Poland, awesome. L-O-T-Y. Lottie? Was Lottie? I will probably butcher the name, but thank you very much. So Polish money is perfect. Magnus demanding a star puppy here. Ooh, sweet double Crabbo Mongol rush build. Sergeant Spaghetti, you are speaking my language. That sounds particularly awesome. Start when ready. No, there's no rush. Yeah, let me get up the list quickly one more time. So, we also have myself play. We've got Logic, the current king, holding fast. We then have Golden Eagle, now the main competitor. After this, we will have Ninja Pingvin, Malverde, Red Legion, Suave, and Gidup Mule, and maybe Consul of Rome as well, if anyone has to drop or anything like that. Yes. Yes, yes. And bam. Cool, 30 seconds. Ah, Golden Duck has the perfect 0. The perfect 0 build it is. And ready, awesome. So Logic just taking another couple of seconds, which is no rush. It is all good. Ugh. It won't let me give monies. Oh no! That's strange, Zachary. I mean, you can, if you want to, you can do it via PayPal if that's easier. There's links in the description below to that type of thing, it's like Patreon and PayPal. But I've only given a couple, money to a few people on YouTube, and it's always been fine with me. But I'm not sure how it's set up. I can't remember, so I can't help you there, unfortunately, which sucks. Lion Chariots are nasty in this matchup. Lion Chariots are awesome in all matchups because they look so cool. How can you not love a mighty chariot? So these guys are nearly ready. Whole of YouTube is wonky today. Oh no! Well, hopefully the stream holds fast. Logic is also streaming his point of view as well. I'll actually drop a link to his channel here, so feel free to go support him. He is a campaign player for the most part. Do I have a link to his channel ready to go? Am I prepared? No, I'm not. Let's get him up quick. I'll do it after this game because I think these guys are pretty much ready. Cool, they're all ready. So let us get rid of the face cam quickly for you guys. Shall I leave it up for now, and then we'll take it down if it gets too distracting and blocks too much vision for you guys. So let me know after this game, and we'll do whatever you guys prefer. The guys will be loading in now. You can donate in ducks. Aristodamos, the man, the myth, the legend. Hope you're all good, man. We will perhaps be asking you for some maps later on in the King of the Hill, maybe to round out the last map or something. We can have a bit of a Aristodamos classic, also known as a terrible map by most in the community, but Aristo, of course, loves them. And should be some good fun. I don't know what my favourite bad map is. Black Ark Landing's pretty fun. But here we are, guys, loading in to River and Maxon. Nice little trees here in the centre pocket, 2 clumps, so you can be a little bit sneaky and try to hide where possible. Could help out the High Elves quite a lot, actually, if they have gone for a tree-themed build. And, of course, trees dotted all the way around the periphery. So coming in for Logic here, it looks like he's risked going no mortars, which is pretty risky, I think, but should do some good work. In the main battle line, we do have zombie, pirate, deckhand mobs, mixed in with polearms dotted all the way along, as well as depth guard polearms. What is this? Oh, no, I was speaking to Raptor earlier and said he couldn't quite make the stream, but he is missing out on seeing his favourite unit here, Polearm Depth Guard. Anti-large, not as terrible as people think they are, but equally still quite a wild and wacky pick. We do have handgunners mixed in the front line for the most part. I'm assuming they're being redeployed up on this hill here, as well as 1 unit of deck gunners. We have double carronades as well for some long-range damage output, trying to take down any large threats. And apart from that, yeah, just tides of zombies, vampire fleet, captain of vampires, kind of invocation the heck, as well as a raised dead, so, you know, all the kind of standard stuff. And arguably the most powerful character in the game, Luthor. He can kite you, he can shoot you, he can out-melee duel you, he can be a big old pain in the butt. He's brilliant Power Siphon, Hornswaggle, as well as Death Shriek. So pretty fun build. As for the forces of Avalon here, we do have a ton of Illyrian Reavers, it would seem, looking for that backline harass. And in the main battle line, if I can call it a battle line, we have double line Chariots of Chase, trying to win the hearts of the people here with one of the coolest looking units in the game, especially with the Avalon colour scheme. These guys are looking pretty damn cool. Of course, we do have double Noble on Chariots, as well as Archmage of Life coming in with Shield of Thorns and Earthblood. No Alariel here. And we have a massive Vanguard Corps, which I absolutely love. Silver Helms over on this right flank, darted in with a ton of Dryads and Illyrian Reavers. This is going to be an absolute powerhouse of a force coming in to slam home. And I do worry a little bit that this Vanguard may catch the Counts off guard, but at the same time, they're not going to be supported by the rest of their force, so perhaps it's not too bad in the end. I'm assuming this contingent wants to stay hidden. I'm not sure if they're going to be close enough to be detected, so if they can hide and force Logic to wheel his army around to face the main threat, or where he assumes the main threat's going to come from, I think he could get caught out a little bit here, but we'll have to wait and see. Let's do it, bro. Awesome. Looks like we're all good to go. Check Discord, I will do. Not as terrible. They're really terrible. They're pretty terrible, but they're not, like, people are like, they're the worst unit in the game. They can still do damage. Like, it's not like they're dreadful. They're just, well, no, it is like they're dreadful. And they're, you know, what could be considered very overpriced. But look at them. How can you not love them? Look at those giant halberds. And sneaky snakes. Yeah, like sneaky snake sigil. Going for a skull. Anyway, here we go, guys, as the polearms are going to be pushing forward. Luthor is floating high up in the sky. I don't think they've spotted the Hiles just yet. For Isha screams Golden Duck as he rides to battle. Carronade, though, doing massive damage to those Silver Helms. Oh my god, look how many dead horses there are! That is disgusting. There's so many dead in one volley there. Down to 31 models straight away. Going to have to dart back and forth. However, White Line Chariots are pushing forward now to the next tree line, as well as all these chariots. Going to be hiding here, and this is what I have kind of feared here. So Logic is doing the correct decision. He's going to be moving around to kind of deal with the Hile threat, but maybe not expecting kind of the rear attack coming in from the trees. And it looks like the Dryads are starting to push up, and there's simply not enough back here to help protect the Carronade, and these Dryads are going to have an absolute field day if they can indeed swarm in. More cannon shots now going after the line chariots. Not a bad idea at all. And it looks like that's actually some gunfire rather than cannon shots. Nobles are now going to be leading the charge. Looks like they do not have the magic armor, which makes them invisible, I suppose. They have Sacred Incense, though, giving them some nice resistance. And, oh, lovely play. Illyrian Reavers change their formation to fit through the gaps, and they're currently shutting down one of the Carronades, as the Dryads do line up here as well, starting to float into the back line. The Line Chariots of Chase are taking some damage now, but roaming through the front lines. Not being too much here with mass to actually pin them in place. And it looks like a Shield of Thorns on the Nobles as well can help them pull through those halberdiers. Dryads dancing into the backline as well, rushing forward whilst screaming victory, and hopping on top of the back of this Carronade, which is going to be getting shut down now. Illyrian Reavers as well are in the thick of it, although they are pinned in by the Vampire Fleet Captain, and Luthor as well seems to be firing some shots in to try and take these guys down. I think a lovely breath attack as well could be within need. Now, the Chariots have managed to push through the front line of polearms, and on top of the hand gunners, they're sticking still a little while, allowing the polearms to do some damage, but it's worth it if you can shut down those hand gunners. It looks like the Archmage of Life as well going to be dancing away from some polearms who are desperately trying to get on top of her, and she may get pinned in. No, it looks like she is going to be able to escape here and drive up the hill where possible. One of the nobles is being taunted and hornswoggled, being completely deleted here by Luther Harkin. This is one good way to get back into the game, take out all the leadership of the High Elves, and then carry the day with Luther Harkin. See, some of the Illyrian Reavers have been shattered now and forced back as the vampires try to counterpunch, but as you can see, the rivers run red with rotten flesh at the moment, as the undead are just crumbling in all kind of areas. Earthblood does go up, trying to save this second noble, who may be able to rally. He's got a little while before he does indeed reach the board edge. And we have something coming on top of these Dryades, not sure what that was. Oh, there we go. Bam! Lovely magic missile coming down and destroying some of those Dryades. Silver Helms now coming in for the recharge, once again onto the Depth Guard with pole arms. Up to 5 kills, and these guys, you know, they're holding the line, they're looking good. They're representing Aristodemus as best they can, and trying their best against the Silver Helms, but they're not really getting too many attack animations in, which is a bit unfortunate for them. Lion Chariots are roaming through the lines, but a lot of the Silver Helms are kind of done for at this point. Still a considerable amount of Dryads, though, running all around the place, and it's looking a bit bleak, but at the same time, never count out the undead, especially where Luther Harkin is concerned. And it looks like we do have a summon as well of zombie pirate deckhand mobs, but the Illyrian Reavers, nice micro here, are managing to pull away from that engagement. And you can see good kind of cycle charging across the whole board, as the Dryads also hop in and tear apart their opponents. So looks like that noble did come back to the fray, up to 29 kills, doing a decent job, and the other noble is pretty much full health. Archmage of Life, though, is running for her life right now, and this is a pretty dangerous situation, as Luther Harkin is going for a shriek here, and it looks like the mage is going to take a little bit of the strike there. And looks like down to just 1,000 health, needs to get some more Earthbloods, but it's starting to rout from the field. Luther Harkin seems to be pistoling him, and I think this is a mistake. He needs to chase her off and kill her, and then he can simply go around and assassinate the nobles. But of course, if he is forced to land, he may indeed struggle as well. So it's a nice little fight back from the Count so far after a rocky start. Lion Chariots of Therese as well. Only 2 models left. 145 kills, that's crazy stuff, and it's been some really good micro as well to get the best out of these guys. As I say that though, some polearms do manage to catch some chariots sleeping. The last of the undead completely surrounded here. Vampire Fleet Captain trying her best, blocking some 2 nobles is going to be pretty rough stuff. Looks like Luther has appeared over here though, and we may get another shot coming straight down the line into these Dryads, but looks like it's struggling to cast it. We do have a Hornswoggle and Taunt as well on one of the nobles, as a character assassination attempt is attempted here, but it is becoming basically a big old blob fest. And that Archmage, having returned, does drop a fat Earthblood, and I'm assuming a Shield of Thorns as well is going to come down, giving all sorts of buffs, so physical resistance and base weapon damage to all of these forces is really going to help them drag through the enemy, with a lovely summon to counter this as well. Chariots in the distance going to be rolling through some polearms, just tearing them apart as they do, and there's not too much left to damage these Chariots again, apart from the mighty Luther, who has decided to come into this blob here, try to finish off the nobles. Which is going to be a bit tough, but Luther is incredibly healthy still, and maybe, just maybe, he can still carry this game on his back. Chariots do pop in here to the polearms, Depth Guard as well, still fighting strong. Who said Depth Guard polearms weren't OP? Up to a mighty 36 kills, and now are crumbling and gone from this realm. Last few polearms are kind of dotted around, but again, cycle charging will finish them off. More magic missile madness coming into the Dryads, as Luther Harkin desperately trying here to pull this one forward. That Archmage of Life is chilling in the background. Luther simply needs to pop out here though and hunt her down. 1 or 2 good swipes and she would be gone from this realm. Silver Helms doing some lovely side charges, and the polearms as well are being dragged down here by sheer weight of number and ferocity of lions. Luther Harkin back up in the skies is floating around, so let's see what he's going to be doing. It looks like a breath attack, although it's going to be directly down here, which is obviously better against single entities. You kind of want to go at a kind of long arc, I suppose, if you're up against units, but still doing some decent damage to Dryads and helping force them off here. But yeah, really just wants to go assassinate the Archmage. Chariots are coming back now to the main infantry blob, and we can follow their advance into the madness here. Well, it looks like they may actually be going after 1 or 2 zombies that are on the very edge, rather than driving all the way through into the main force like this second unit did. Up to a whopping 191 kills. Crazy stuff. Got to love it when the Lion Chariots do perform well. Nobles as well, looking pretty healthy, still got potential as well for more healing, which is going to be a bit of a problem, as I believe the Archmage, yep, still laughing and kind of just chilling on the peripheries of the battlefield here, which is the best way to do this. Single entities now are kind of left stuck in combat. Luther Harkin trying to push through onto the Archmage, firing his pistol in, but yeah, looks like another hill is going to come down. Luther Harkin is desperately struggling here, and I think this is most likely going to be game. Luther trying to get back up into the skies, although it is single entity, so he does have to stay and fight. Logic is a bit new to the banner rules and stuff though, so I will let him know if he pulls him out of combat. And but it looks like he's probably just being hacked apart at this point. I'm pretty sure if it's, yeah, you've got 2 characters left, they have to stay and fight. Luther must stand and fight. And just to let him know that he's got to stand in place and fight to the death. So it looks like a Hornswoggle was popped on the Archmage as Luther kind of attempted to drag through to get on top of him. And the crabs now is kind of just completely surrounded, trying their best here. Luther as well is, you know, trying his little heart out, trying to take down some of these chariots, but they're now back up to pretty much, oh no, for some reason it said full health on my little tooltip there for a second, I thought. But up to 192 kills is some pretty impressive stuff. And the Noble, though, has been taunted, going to try and allow the Vampire Fleet Captain to do some damage, but in comes the Archmage of Life, and, you know, they've slowly been dragged down. This is the way that kind of games with Coast generally go. And as you can see, good kind of discipline here by Golden Duck, pulling out while he has the debuff on him, and then simply wheel about and come back in. See, consistent cycle charging as well. It's going to be a good idea to assassinate the Vampire Fleet Captain first, and take out the magic element of this build, and then focus Luther afterwards. But Luther may yet carry this, guys. He's terrified the Lion Chariots. Not much here is good against him at all. This full health unit of Lion Shatter Trace, although, will do pretty good. So the advantage of the Heavy Chariot is that it can do a decent amount of damage all round, like AP damage as well, compared to like a Light Chariot. But unfortunately, it looks like the Admiral has gone down, but a valiant display so far. Oh, Logic, no. Luther can not fly, Logic. He must fight. Let's just let him know. Sophia sees messages, so he's turning fight now. And trying to go toe-to-toe with those nobles. Looks like the Archmage as well popped Book of Hereth and Arcane Conduit just to get some little more magic. And yeah, simply Shield of Thorns and kind of healing up these troops is going to be the way to go. You see Golden Eagle as well is kind of looking for that full surround where possible. And just going to be allowing the noble to go toe-to-toe. Hornswoggle has been popped though, so this noble needs to be careful. But in comes the Lion Chariots of Teresa, trying to surround him, and his leadership is starting to get a little bit low here, but not completely breaking yet. More nobles come in, and all of a sudden, the mighty monster himself is wavering as Dryads do flock in. He's going to get completely surrounded, and army losses is going to set in, but very well played. A nice attempted comeback there after a risky start where a lot of his kind of carronades and range troops did get overrun. He certainly managed to bring it back there to be relatively close. There's still a lot of high odds on the field, of course, but if he had simply chased off that Archmage early on, I think maybe Luther could have carried that. But very well played, and we have a new king. So all hail the Golden Duck. Which is a good name for a king, I feel. Yeah, massive kills across the board with the Dryads, and the Lion Chariots of Trace have become one of my new favourite units. 99 kills and 192, very impressive stuff. And of course, the MVP though of the whole battle is the Depth Guard with polearms, gaining a chevron, up to 37 kills, taking out many a horseman, and Luther Harkin as well, doing a great job at the end there. GG, well played. Great stuff. Boom, boom. Cool, I will come and chat with you guys in a second. Yeah, no, it didn't change anything. It's fine, it's all cool. It's just, I know he's a bit more new to the my play scene, so it's fine. It's obviously fine. No worries. Cool, so up next is going to be Ninja Ping Vin, if you would like to hop in. Password is 123. I'm just going to update the scores here quickly. So, very well played to Logic, though, going out as a mighty king, and managing to get a victory as well, slaying the mighty Nakai, no less. So, let's change this to 0, as that will be Ninja. Let's change this to 1. So, the Golden Duck does indeed take the crown. And let's pop over the right text properties. So well played, Logic there. And once again, he is a YouTuber. So feel free to go to Logic_EU and streams a load of stuff, including this right now, I believe. But it also streams campaign and all that good stuff. So let's see, and we are back. It's all good. See you in chat, Logic. Golden Duck, stay in hobby. Cool, let's switch the map. Let's go Pillar of Bone. Sweet, sweet. Yes, yes. Oh, thank you, Poison Ducky. Oh, the man, the myth, the legend. Thank you so much, man. Happy birthday, mate, he says, with a $10 donation. You are the true champ. Speaking of YouTubers as well, I know I've just been advertising a load for Logic, but Poison Ducky as well, phenomenal YouTuber, and a fellow duck as well. And yeah, awesome stuff. Feel free to go check him out. Tons of Total War content. I'm sure if you're familiar with my stuff, you're familiar with his as well. He even plays Among Us as well. I really hope to hop in there at some point. 36 kills on a 1,300 point unit. Don't disrespect the depth guard with polearms. They are the true champs. Yes, hey Duck, can you move to the other side so we can see the unit cards? I can certainly do that. NVA. Thank you, man. Thank you. I know you said you can't watch, but thank you for the happy birthday. As well from Raptor. Hey, champs. Can't make it sadly, but wanted to hop in and say happy birthday to the Duck Overlord. Thank you, man. You are a true champ, as always. And let's quickly move me over there. Cool. Is that better? Let me know. I can always get rid of it as well for the battles if you guys would like. So let's invite Ninja. Boop. And hopefully he is all ready and good to go. What's up, Malverde? Poison Ducky has some nice breakdown vids. He has some brilliant videos as well about what each faction does. So if you're new to the multiplayer scene and you want to have, take a little idea of kind of what faction you want to play, feel free to go check him out. I can't recommend him enough. A true champ of the people. Indeed. So I was scrolling through chat now to make sure I haven't missed anyone new coming to the stream. Yes, hope you guys are all good. If you are enjoying as well, feel free to obviously give the video a big old thumbs up as it helps push it out to more people. Let's message Ninja, just let him know he's up now. Ah, here he is. No neck, November says Mr. Pop. Oh, as well. Okay, looks like Ninja is going to maybe come in later afterwards. So we are going to just move on to the next one on the list. And if Ninja makes it back in time, we'll add him to the bottom. Or Consul of Rome will take his place. So it looks like up next instead, we are going to be having Malverde. So Malverde, if you'd like to hop in, the man, the myth, the legend who actually created the glorious duck overlay you see right now. Let's have a little look. Okay, well, don't know if I have him in my friends list, but I'll add him in. Oh boy, Doug, I'm going to Emp next. You may wish one unit lord or hero I'm going to use as a birthday gift. Ooh. I'll give it up to chat as well. What a unit... Oh, actually, no, I know what I'm saying. Steam Tank, obviously. Obviously. All day, every day. Cool. Let's get Malverde in here. Let's drop him a little message quick. You are bud. Pass, 1, 2, 3. Cool. So we will be having the mighty Malverde next, and he will be followed by Red Legion, Suave, and Get Up Mule. Maybe Ninja gets back, if not, Consul of Rome, who is, excitingly, a DBD member now as well, which is really exciting stuff. So the clan does indeed grow, which is always awesome. And Duck Verde is here as well. I love the name change. Hey. So, King, picks, and bands. Oh no. Has it gone laggy? My messages didn't come through. No, they did. It's a bit delayed. We'll have to see how that goes. That's the one single fin I never use. This is good to see. So hopefully there'll be no lag there, and it's just a little glitch in the matrix, as it were. Awesome. Malverde just sent me a message saying he's in. Gelt to the Supreme. Oh, why didn't I say Gelt? Or Gelt. Let's say. Or Gelt. Which Golden Dark? Gelt. Makes perfect sense, of course. Sorry, I was checking through all the stuff. Check Discord, I will. Sebastian? Let's have a little look. I don't think there's anything on my Discord, bro. You sent me a message earlier, I believe. Oh, was that just saying the no heck November? Which, luckily, I don't really play Undead anyway, so it doesn't really affect me. I actually played Vampire Counts for the first time in ages to try and make Poison Ducky proud. And came in with Triple Blood Nights for Halloween as well. It was kind of cool. You know me too well. So, he's going Empire, Bannon Lizardmen, and Green Skins. Looks like we're probably going to be seeing some Undead. Vampire Counts maybe coming in. Oh no. Golden Duck has fallen. We'll get him back in just a second for sure. I am supreme. I don't own Undead. I mean, if you've got game 1, you have Vampire Counts. And he's back. Awesome. He's back. Hopefully we've got no problems here. That last game got like a tiny bit laggy at one point, but it was fine for the most part. So, should be all good in the hood. Yeah, I do own all the DLCs now, luckily. Oh, lobby bugged out. That's fine. That's all good. Now we are on Pillar of Bone. Quite like a wide open map as well. There's some little bits of trees as well you can hide in. Some hills and kind of different elements to Battlefield. But for the most part, it's a pretty straightforward one. So Empire Civil War. Ooh. We may have the... I forget their name. The Marshals. That's not the actual full name, but it is... like the Huntsman Marshal Expeditionary Force or something, up against normal Empire. I'm just looking at duck-coloured factions. I'm going for those yellows and oranges. Oh, you don't own Game 1? No. It's very good. Get a lot of content there. You can't play the Dwarfs if you don't own Game 1. It's madness. Dwarfs, obviously, the best faction. As I'm slowly becoming a Longbeard as well with age. Is the plan here. Still plenty of games left to come yet. And we're going through a pretty good speed. Just going to be checking my Discord and stuff. Make sure we have no questions from the competitors. This is getting out of hand now. There are 3 of them. So maybe going Pirate Sartosa. Maybe Beastmen. Who knows? He's kind of bouncing between them now. Trying to decide what he's going to be doing in the end. I've returned. Yes, Zachary. Hope you're a good man. I will buy on Black Friday. Very good idea, man. Very good idea. I recommend highly. And also, that'd be really nice for you for the Wood Elf DLC. So if you own Game 1, and if you own the Wood Elves, you actually get more of a bonus with the DLC. Yeah, it's a good idea. A good time to get it. So we have the Beastie Boys, which is some awesome stuff. So Beastmen versus Empire, very thematic. I'm expecting to see a ton of cavalry coming in by the Empire, probably Knights of the Blazing Sun, because fire damage is also pretty decent here, and decent good shock damage as well. Can run over a lot of the Beastmen main force, and even go toe to toe with some of the big monsters. Hopefully, Malverde will come with a Mino Rush though. That's what I would like to see. Bum, bum, bum. Not Skaven. I don't like it. Yeah, I get what you mean, like, Game 1's still relatively expensive, but it's because they keep selling. Like, it's quite an odd game, but people keep buying. And they'll probably do a deal, though. They'll do a deal with that and the Wood Elf, original Wood Elf DLC for the new one, I would think. It just makes sense, I would think, to get more people involved with it, I think. So, could wait for that as well. I don't know any information about that. That's just kind of me, like, assuming stuff. Let's have a quick little sip so I can survive. Ooh. That's the good stuff. Let these boys start their matchups. So, Les Gray asks, Roboduck, what new Wood Elf troops are you hoping for? So, a lot, in general. I would like stag mounts, as something nobles can, or not nobles, whatever they're called. Like a Glade Lord or Glade Lady can ride on. And possibly a hero version of them as well. So giant stags, certainly looking forward to them. Sisters of Twilight as well are a unit I'm hoping for. But as for like the infantry and other troops, I'd quite like the War Dancer hero to be added. I can't remember exactly their name because I haven't played tabletop in many a moons. I used to play when I was younger. They're called like Shadow something maybe, but they're very cool. So I'd like to see like a hero War Dancer of some description. Combat Glade Riders as well. I'm expecting to see a lot more trees, maybe Forest Spirit Sprites as well, as like kind of swarm units could be really fun. So I'd certainly like to see them in action. Apart from that, I think they're tabletop models. A lot of them have already been done, so I think they're going to kind of pull different elements from lore and stuff that I maybe don't know so much about and try and use those. So I'm sure they'll come up with a lot of like creative units and the like. We'll have to wait and see. They might come in with like a unit similar to Rangers as well, kind of like a damage dealing cheap infantry, which I don't currently possess. It's going to be tough. Some new ranged units as well. I know they've already got fantastic options, but they are the Wood Elves. It's kind of what they're known for, and I think it would be a cool idea to keep pushing that as well. Now, because it's coming out in December, I am slightly suspicious that perhaps it is going to be a winter-themed Wood Elf DLC, if that makes sense. So maybe the campaign is during the winter, so that's why Orion's not there, and Ariel is kind of having to take over and lead them through the harsh winter, because of course Athaloran really suffers a lot from raids and stuff during the winter because the trees aren't as strong, Orion's not there, and so on and so on. So could see some winter-themed units as well, or winter-themed Regiment of Renowned. I'm just so excited. I'm going to do a reaction to the trailer when it drops, and from that point onwards, we'll be able to speculate a lot more and kind of figure out what different units there are and what there's going to be and stuff. But yeah, hope that answers your question. Spellweavers as well, as a Lord option, certainly needs to come in. I don't know why it's not there already. They can probably ride some pretty cool mounts as well. But yeah. The Showdancer hero, yes. Yeah, I think they're going to get some more cat for sure. For sure. Let's quickly check stream strength as well. Make sure we're all good. Cool. Looks like we are. Cool. And cheap melee cav. Yeah, Glade Riders, combat Glade Riders were a thing on tabletop. In fact, they might have all been combat and they also had bows. Not sure, but you could get combat Glade Riders. It makes sense to have them. I think they're going to be very, very, very powerful. Being able to protect Waywatchers like that is going to be some pretty deadly stuff. The main thing I'm looking for, regardless of like units or whatever they bring in, magic, which they are bringing in a new Law of Magic, which is pretty cool, is going to be more styles of play. Because at the moment, I feel with Wood Elves, you can either rush or you can kite with Waywatchers. And you can do bits in between, but it's pretty rough normally. There's not like many avenues you can kind of pursue Wood Elves, in my opinion. So just some more kind of different styles of play, basically, is what I'm looking forward to. And chuck all the War Dancer stuff you can at me as well. I'm a massive fan of War Dancers. Their models look incredible and have some of the best attack animations. So another variety of War Dancers would be nice. Although I don't think there will likely be any more of them, because I think the spears and the stand ones kind of, do the business. Yes, the Law of Athaloran is coming because they've already confirmed the Wood Elves will be getting a new Law of Magic, so it will be the Law of Athaloran, which was really fun in tabletop actually, because they could literally take terrain, like trees on there, and they could move it with magic, which is really funny. And there was also an item, I believe a Highborn had, or a Noble, basically the Glade Lord, they just had different names back then. He could take an item, and if he had this item, him and any unit he was in could teleport between woods. And Wood Elves got to bring a woods with them to the tabletop as well and deploy it themselves. So you would choose whichever side has woods, and then you would deploy your own woods in your enemy's deployment zone, and then turn one, you would teleport your leader and like the most hardcore unit you could bring, like a huge chunky unit of Treekin or something, and turn one you could teleport them behind the enemy lines, and it was madness. It's kind of a one-trick pony, but yeah, it was pretty good fun. So start when ready. Yeah, I'm a bit worried because the chat seems a bit buggy. So I'm a bit worried there may be some lag between all three of us connecting. We'll have to see. Take a look at the DC. Mal and me somehow both dropped. What? What was that, Gone Eagle? Maybe take a look at the DC. Mal and me somehow both dropped, but it doesn't seem to show up in lobby. Ah. Have you both dropped? Let's see, let's message them on Discord. If so, we'll open up a new lobby. Cool, yeah, I'll rehost. Cool, looks like I've been waiting without them here. Let's go. Hopefully, because when Mal jumped in, it did get a little laggy, but we'll see. It might not, it probably won't be him either, it's just the fact that us three connecting might be a problem. So, let's get Golden Duck in here. Cool. Bam. Cool. Oh, he's in. Hey. Yeah, as soon as Malverde jumps in, unfortunately, it seems to not be working properly, but we'll see. We'll give it a sec. And see if it works. Hawkfires were unique, but they were so bad. Yeah, that's the problem. Like, I don't want them to get a load of unique stuff, which is just useless, basically. Which is possible. Greetings, Master Duck. Shall I drop out? Might have to. We can try one time quick. No, we didn't have problems before he hopped in, so we can try one game with him, and if not, we'll have to move on, because I'm a bit on a time limit today, because I'm still moving all my stuff in my house, and it's getting quite late here. And we need to be out, basically, today, so flooding stuff into our new house. Luckily, it's just across the road, but it means we do have to carry it all. Don't, like, load it into a car, and I've still got to get my PC and stuff across, but let's hop and invite to the mighty Golden Eagle, the current king, with a mighty victory. What will the Free Lord be? It'll probably either be Dreicher or Ariel herself, I would say. And then hopefully Sisters of Twilight will be a fixed one, because I'd like them to have a unique campaign. Cool. We will try one time. Had to restart game quick. That's cool. So get these boys started. Dreicher, sadly. Yeah, most likely Dreicher. But I mean, if we get Ariel and the sisters, then I'm fine with getting Dreicher as a bonus. I don't think she's going to be particularly inspirational. Because it's basically a glorified branch wraith, really. But you know, and she can't put... Again, the problem with her and Ariel is they both just stick in Athalorum, like, the entire time. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens to them. The sisters make more sense as a faction to play in the, like, New World. Because just from, like, their characteristics and stuff and backstory, they're more likely to venture out and, you know, go do the work of Athalorum for them. Although they still do mainly protect, of course. Sure, man. Give it one try. Cool. Yeah, Ariel's been to war before, and she has a really cool, like, transformation when she goes to war. She, like, grows massive in size and gets these, like, giant moth wings and stuff. So hopefully we'll get to see some of that. It'd be kind of cool if she had a transformation a bit like Malice does, but hopefully not one that kills her, because that's obviously a massive downside to his. But yeah, if she can transform into this, like, battle mode, maybe she loses her ability to do magic, or she loses, like, maybe she gets a big bonus to magic in her normal state, which is taken away when she switches over. Maybe even switches Law of Magic, that'd be cool. Like, she has Law of Life, when she goes into battle mode, it switches to, like, Law of Shadows or something. But who knows? We'll have to wait and see. We'll know soon. No big hopes, but I'm ready. That's weird. It's all good. Nature adapts. She understands it, of course. Napoli lost. What was that, Lorenzo? Yeah, War Dancers are sick. I agree fully. We both know you're going to wreck me. We'll have to see. Cool. Cool. So we still have about another hour yet, so we should be able to get through, hopefully, everyone. But yes, thank you all for joining as well so far to celebrate the aging of the duck, as I do go slightly grey in my hair and in my beard. But still got some fight left in us yet, so it's all good. And the channel is kind of about 1.5 years old now. So that's some pretty exciting stuff, and we're well on our way as well to 2,000 subs. So I'll make sure to do another like a t-shirt giveaway probably at the 2,000 mark. We'll do something to celebrate, which will probably actually be in just a couple of months. Like we're getting pretty close. Looks like the guys are good to go. Oh, we are on Troll Country. That's fine. It's a small map. I know we've played it once today already, but it'll get it underway quite quickly, and we'll switch it up next time. Beastmen update. We need some Beastmen updates. I've got a worrying feeling it's not going to come to Game 3 or very late, as close to Game 3 as possible, because it just makes sense. It's going to be a Chaos-themed one. Game 3, I would think, judging by the factions left, which are going to be Demons, Chaos Dwarves and stuff. So, logically, it's probably going to be the Beastmen. Here we are, Troll Country, the most glorious of maps. I have a PTSD from this map now, of course, after getting my Lizardman hide taken from me. Here we go. Looks like lag-wise is a little bit. We'll see if it does indeed stabilise here. And we'll have a quick look through Duck Verde's forces. So in the front battle line, we do have a ton of Ungors, it seems. So going for a lovely Vanguard. Ungor Raiders are cheap, cheerful, and currently lagging. But they do pretty good. They'll be able to hold the line and kind of absorb damage where possible. We have a ton of Ungor Raiders as well for a bit more of a skirmish core. And then we have a billion Centaurs into the sunset, as well as Chaos Warhounds to harass the back line. And a ton of Harpies. So it certainly looks like Malverde is expecting a massive gun line, and he wants to kind of wrap around and get in as quickly as possible. For his leadership core, we do have double Gorbel. What a man Malverde is, bringing the double Gorbel to the fight, as well as Malagor the Dark Omen. None of those pesky summons here. No, sir. We have Traitor King and Vile Tide as well. Awesome build. It's very punch the enemy in the face as hard as possible with a load of Swarm. Now, for the forces of Golden Eagle, I love his build. Come in with a ton of Pistolers who are going to be having some unwanted guests rather early on. We have Empire Knights to back them up as well. And that's it for his seemingly main battle line, Empire Knights and Pistolers. We have a Warrior Priest as well coming with all his buffs. And the main force is over here hiding on the hill. It's going to be a mixture of Spearmen in the front line, cheap and cheerful, backed up by Greatswords, a unit you don't get to see terribly often. These warriors bad to the bone, men of Sigma, roaring heroically there as they lift their twin-handed swords into the air. We of course have a steam tank, the mightiest of all tanks, and it's actually not too terrible in this matchup. Terror is of course fantastic up against these pesky troops, and that cannon can do big damage to some of the important targets. We have Balthasar Gelt flying up in the sky, Plague of Rust, or is that Glittering Robe actually? Looks like it's kind of a Glittering Robe, and Final Transmutation. So we'll get this battle underway. Hopefully the lag's not too bad. Troll Country should be a small map, and after this we may have to ask Malverde to drop out even if he wins. Well, we'll see. Maybe it's those two connecting to each other, which doesn't go so well, in which case we'll keep Malverde in, of course. But yes, looks like it's going to be a fun battle. Skulls for the bathtub, yes! Bread for the bread gods. Finding no more get indeed. Thank you, Optimus Pine. Thank you a ton, man. Enjoy this beautiful day. I will. Blood for the blood god. Yes. So I'm just checking you guys on chat there. It's quite sure where maybe gets better once the battle starts. I don't know. Yeah, it's fine. Looks like we'll have to wait and see. Normally the lag kind of kicks up just as the battle starts and hopefully it sorts itself out. Yeah, these Pistolers are going to be surrounded instantly by pesky Ungors and you know, poked with sticks and all that nasty stuff. So these guys still want to back away as quickly as possible. They've got tiny bayonets on their pistols though, so I'm sure they can get to stabbing as well. As hopefully the battle will start in just a second. If it does continue to lag, we will have to unfortunately move on without Malverde, but it's fine. It is all good. It means I get to chill out with you guys. That position for the Pistolers, yeah. These Pistolers not so bad. These ones, on the other hand, are dead. like they're literally going to spawn amongst spears and poison hounds. It's not a good day for the forces of the Empire, I don't think. Hopefully none of them dropped. And we'll have to wait and see. Look at this mighty horseman waiting, frozen in place, trying to capsule this time. I'm going to check quick on my phone. They haven't messaged me on Discord. Oh no, we're going. Let's make sure they haven't dropped. Battle does start as the lag kicks in. The lag may help the Empire here, as they'll allow them to kind of react to this swarm. As the Pistoliers here, in glorious slow motion, are getting dragged down from their steeds. Oh, what a glorious way to go in slow-mo Ungor death spasm. And yeah, Pistoliers desperately trying to fall back here as quickly as possible, but the poison Warhounds, if given the attack order, will slow these guys down. And you can see that poison has been submitted here, which is going to slow their speed down by 24%, which is going to allow the Harpies and Ungor Spearheads just to drag them down quite quickly, as Pistoliers do flee here to the corners of the map. It looks like they may actually get away here somehow. They're managing to dart away. Looks like some of them were kind of left behind, and that's what the Harpies did indeed jump on. Now, Empire Knights are going to be glorious. Oh, brilliant play here, though, dropping down a lovely Valtide on these Empire Knights, trying to slow them down, but they are going to peel off into the Ungor Raiders, and that back line is going to be heavily harassed. Centaurs with thrown axes doing some decent damage to enemy Pistoliers, and Ungors versus Spearmen is going to be the ultimate wet noodle contest. Up over here as well, we have Harpies dodging bullets Matrix style, going after the Pistoliers in the back lines, and we have some Hounds there as well. The main problem for this Beastmen build, of course, is going to be the steam tank, and how do they deal with it? Although, doesn't look good. Yeah, he may have to drop out of this one, I think. If it is, does continue like this, unfortunately. And we'll have to get someone else in and see if it's lagging on my end or if it's lagging on just these two connecting to each other, which would be unfortunate. But Empire Knights are reaving into the Ungor Raiders here, trying their best. We do have double Gorbel. They can certainly go toe-to-toe with a big nasty tank. Pistoliers as well being chased to the far corner by Harpies, as the Chaos Warhounds are now lanced by Empire Knights. And they're going to be one of the best counters here to all the enemy skirmish force. Come on, guys. I believe in your internets. It just might be the two places they're trying to connect from. So Pistoliers are now darting. It looks like the lag has subsided a little bit here. No, then just as I say, that is back. No. Every time I go to type to say, I think we need to switch over. The game freezes again. Yeah, I think we're going to have to move on, unfortunately. May have to move on. Oh. Yeah. We'll see. I mean, in the back lines, Empire Knights have been caught by the Gorbals, which is obviously disastrous for them, as they're the best answer to all these troops. But I'm pinned down by the Gorbals, it's not looking too good for them. However, the Great Swords have now pushed into the front line, going to be driving back the Ungor Spearheads with a deadly efficiency here. Great Swords coming in to clear out chaff is actually quite a cool idea. Pistoliers as well firing into this flank. Looks like no worries. It keeps like it's half going and half going out, so I'm really praying it's on their end and not on mine here. As the steam tank does desperately firing as well, up to 20 kills. Looks like it needs to target these Gorbals. It's one of the best answers to them. However, the Great Swords are now getting stuck in as well. The Shield of Faith to help keep them protected. They may be able to do some pretty decent AP to the Gorbals all round. The Balthasar Gilt does fly above the battlefield, and it's kind of subsiding. We'll give it a couple of minutes to see how it does go. Valtide pops down onto the Pistoliers, doing some pretty decent damage. Not going to kill many models though, which is a problem because their damage output does indeed stay the same as they try to launch some shots over. Malagor is going to be darting forward as well as Great Swords with the Shield of Faith. To a pin in the Gorbals briefly. They've used their mass now to simply retreat here, which is a good idea. These guys are absolutely wrecking balls up against the majority of what the Empire have brought. Pistoliers going to need to be pretty good at focus firing them down where possible. They do have 100 armor though, and Pistoliers not as amazing AP as Outriders, of course, as the Spearmen do charge in there for Wrath and Ruin. Ungor Raiders kind of being chased down by Great Swords and Empire Knights. Centaurs with thrown axes trying their best here the Warrior Priest as well, getting in the thick of it, pushing off a lot of these Beastmen forces. Empire Knights in the distance are darting and running for the hills here, desperately trying to escape the onward pursuit of a mass of Ungor spearheads, really drive them to the edge of the battle, and it looks like they've been caught and decided to charge around. It's really unfortunate. You can see Golduck instantly regains his micro and tries to pull them away, and they nearly broke there. If they had been dragged in, that'd be a dead unit of Empire Knights. Empire looking in a pretty good state, however. Malagor is incredibly beat up, and the Ungors and Warhounds are pretty much just chucked to the wind here now. There's still a lot of Harpies. There's still, of course, the Gore Bulls, if we can indeed find them. Here they are, who are both currently going after the steam tank. The Pistoliers can simply kite them, shoot them, drag them down. The Tentacles of Phronaxes are getting back around this side as well, and the Ungor Spearhead, there's still plenty of them. Ooh, slow motion Harpies. Come on, guys. Flap those wings faster. As the Great Swords do start to pull back as well. And we do have another Volatile coming down on the Pistoliers. One of the only ways you can actually damage these guys at the moment. And a few of these horses are going to fall to the ground dead, no doubt. They do take a decent amount of damage. Gobbles have been pinned in by Spearmen now as well, although the Phronaxes are focusing down the steam tank at this point. But yeah, I think, unfortunately, guys, I think we will have to hop out. Like, it keeps almost going. That's giving me hope to keep going, but I think we're going to have to hop out, unfortunately. Oh, Mal's internet is bipolar, unfortunately. Oh, no. Yeah, I think so, unfortunately. Unfortunate. It was a good game as well. It was, like, pretty close. Balthasar Gelt's probably going to get pulled down by Harpies here. And we'll have to move on. So Golden Duck will keep his crown. Because we had his game on before, and I think the internet was fine. I think Golden Duck will stay in. Sorry, Malv. Because yeah, I think that was the problems when he joined. It kind of came across, which is sad, but you know, it is what it is. It happens with streaming. Yeah, and then it's instantly quick again on the messaging, so it's fine. So, up next, let's have a little look at the list. I believe it's Red Legion. And it is indeed going to be Red Legion. And then we have Suave to follow him up, and Get Up Mule as well. So, Red Legion, the boy, feel free to hop in if you are listening. If not, I will send him a message quickly anyway. Cool. Really was going to be an interesting one. Yeah, looked good. Like a good game. That's really unfortunate because, yeah, the game looked amazing. Looked like it was going to be real good. So, let's see if Red Legion is still about. If not, we'll get someone to take his place. As we'll have to move on a bit quickly now because we're a bit running behind time, unfortunately. Hey bird, you are up. Cool. We'll give him a couple of like 2 minutes, and if not, we'll just have to keep rolling, unfortunately. Suave. Thank you, Mighty Geese. Yeah, no worries, Malverde, man. It happens. It might just be like connecting with different people. It looked like it was gonna be an awesome game as well, which kind of really sucks. But still, it's all good. It's all good, bud. Okay, Red Legion can't make it, that's fine. So move on to the next one, which I believe is going to be the Mighty Suave. So then we'll have Consul Rome take the last spot as well. So we will now have Suave. Suave, you are up, bud. Cool, so we'll have Suave, Get Up Mule, and then hopefully Consul of Rome as well, dotting in. Which is all cool. Guys, please stick to English as well for the most part. Feel free to do like a little bit, but for the most part, yeah, try and keep it English-based, please. Just so more people can understand overall and know what's going on. Cool, gonna check Steam. Yep, looks like we're all good. Boop. Let's see, is Suave online yet? There he is. Let's send him a little invite. And the king will try to hold on to his crown. Currently a stalemate, actually, between Golden Duck and Logic. Both coming off with the one win. Thank you, Ark and the Kitty. Love the name. Also, we'll give Suave a little second. Oh, he's asking where you're from. Awesome. Yeah, Suave just sent a message saying he's coming, which is all good. Suave, very good player as well. Also known as Worsher, kind of what his tournament name was beforehand. Suave is on his way. Awesome, awesome. Sorry about the delay, guys. It does happen, unfortunately, when streaming. There's always like internet issues and stuff with connecting to different people around the world. But we are back underway. Should be all good. We'll stick to Troll Country. Actually, we'll do. Let's do another small map, maybe. Let's do Eschen. There goes my crown. Lacking confidence there a little bit. Oh, you're both from Argentina. Awesome, man. Hope everything's all good over there. Everyone's staying safe. And all that good stuff at the moment, because obviously it's worrying times. There he is. I know sometimes we have problems connecting Suave as well, so I hope... don't give me issues here, please. Please, please, please. King, picks, and bands. Go, go, go. Cool, looks like the chat's back underway now. He's loaded in, so it's all good. Oh, Black Fawn, you've become a royal duck. Welcome, welcome, man. Lovely to see him. I know you've been a good support of the channel for a long time as well. Had some awesome replays up here. So you've become a royal duck. Awesome. Which is, for those who don't know, you can become a royal duck. It's by supporting, you become a member of the channel, basically. It's kind of like a Patreon style system, but on YouTube. And it starts at like £1 or something, and then just goes up in different tiers. So, Golden Duck is going Empire, banning Greenskins and Skaven, not banning Dowie. Which is rather interesting. But yeah, thank you so much, Blackthorn. You are the first of the Duck Guard, actually. Well, kind of. Desert Fox is also on the Patreon side of things, but I'll update your Discord status as well to show you're now a member of the Duck Guard. You get a little special colour, I believe, which is quite cool. There's some stuff I've got to use that's mildly okay versus Dowie, so still going to be sticking to the Steam Tank and the Balthasar Gelt, no doubt. And yeah, they both can be viable up against Dowie. You're still probably going to get outshot with a Steam Tank. I've actually outshot someone who brought 4 Great Cannons and a Steam Tank because I just brought 5 cannons, and Dwarf Cannons are just so much better, at least with accuracy. But it looks like Suave is going to be going Norska, which is his main faction, I think. I've seen him play them a lot. He's very good at them, very aggressive and up in your face as quickly as possible, kind of swarming and harassing the enemy. Let's update the scoreboard while I think about it. Right, text, properties. Let's just go. Suave. Ooh. And there we go. Yes. Hey, Blackthorn, you have a little symbol next to your name there. That's really cool. It's been a while, and I want to support either Turans or you for giving such a good time. But seems you won my heart. Yes. Hey, we won the Blackthorn heart. Well, thank you, dude. I really appreciate it. It's really awesome. Very awesome stuff indeed. But yeah, you'll get like a little special name on your Discord, so when you're online it says that you're kind of like a Duck Guard, which is some cool stuff. Cool, on this small map, I believe Eschen's the one I'm thinking of, like the 2 small hills next to each other. Norska should be able to pressure quite early on, so I don't think Golden Duck can go too defensive. Of course, we know he's going to be bringing Balthasar Gelt and a Steam Tank to kind of, sit back, shoot and annihilate what it can. But, apart from that, I think Knights of the Blazing Sun, fantastic here. Perfect for killing skin wolves, killing trolls, and even kind of running through the infantry as well. So they're going to be a big threat. I'm very interested to see how Suave deals with them, because it's a unit I struggle up against, and I would like to learn, obviously, from what he can bring. I'm loving his profile picture. I don't know if you guys can see that. It's like a little cat doing the grumpy face, which is pretty cool. So, looks like my Steam chat is frozen. Let's get back. Awesome stuff. Cool. And we are back up and running. So anyone who has joined partway through, we are doing a celebration, King of Hell, support to basically celebrate my birthday. As I get older, going to be turning 27. And yeah, feel free to just chill out and chat if you would like. Looks like Golden Duck is ready. And yeah, feel free to give a like if you like what you see and all that good stuff. And we're several ways through now. Logic being the first king, taking out myself as Nakai fell under Thunderer pressure. And then Golden Duck snatching that crown back from Suave. Not from Suave, from Logic. We had a Malverde attempt, but obviously lag issues, so Suave is taking his place to try and win the crown. Yes, yes. I'm hoping to get everyone in, because I need to really be darting away roughly around 8ish. To continue to move stuff across. But I think we've only got 2 more competitors after this, so hopefully we should be all good. So I think we're up next. We'll have, let's double check. Yeah, so we have Good Up Mule next, and hopefully Consul Rome if we have time. I don't know if we will. If not, what we'll probably do is get him to do a best of 5 on the channel. Up against one of the other guys who couldn't make it, maybe Malverde, because even if they play offline, if we have connection issues, I can then stream the replays and stuff. So I think could be quite cool. But of course, moving house today, so fingers crossed we have internet straight away tomorrow. But if not, I'll probably record a video just in case. Nice little sip of drink to keep me alive. Going for that glorious cranberry juice. So Eshin, really fun match. Matchup on a really fun map, as 2 hills kind of come down either side, and we have this nice plain in the centre. It's a relatively close quarters, I think. I mean, people can kind of rush each other relatively well. I have some trees dotted around as well for a little bit of a sneaky stabbing potential, and a broken down turret with if you could pick a couple of archers up here, maybe it wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. I think for Total Warhammer 3, I think I read this somewhere, but don't quote me on it. They're actually going to start adding in unique pieces of terrain which has advantages and disadvantages for being in, such as mystical woods rather than standard woods, maybe barricades as well, which gives you melee defense bonus and or negates the enemy charge, which did happen on tabletop, so I'm very interested to see if they do attempt to implement that into the game. We have a ton of mountains dotted in the distance as well, looking very spooky. And broken down church, maybe, monastery. Some kind of a holy relic of Sigma, no doubt, which has been pulled apart. Kind of watching Last Kingdom as well, so I've kind of got a root for the Norskans here and the Viking Brethren. The 2 armies do square off here. Now, for the forces of the legendary Suave Meister himself, we have some pretty cool looking stuff. We have Marauders dotted along the front line. They're cheap, they're cheerful, they do decent damage, and will easily tear apart the state troops of the Empire. We have Marauder Berserkers as well. I always have mixed feelings about bringing these guys in this matchup, because I feel like the Marauders are going to win the infantry fight anyway. So is there a need for these guys? But they will certainly chew through very, very quickly, and pressure a back line if there is a lot of gunners and the like. We have some Marauder Horsemen as well for a bit of skirmish potential, and triple Skin Wolves. Oh no, 1 Skin Wolf, I take that back. 1 Moors of Savagery, the armoured Skin Wolf variety, who looks so badass. Look at these guys. I've always myself been a bigger fan of werewolves than vampires. And we also have the Mist Stalkers, Regiment of Renowned Familiar Warriors, Armour Sundering, and all that good stuff, including Stalk. And I like the mixture. I think it's good in this matchup to have a mixture of troops, not committing to either just Familiar or just Skin Wolves. We do have double hounds as well, Norscan Warhounds to be precise, and it looks like that's it for the build for the most part. We do have, of course, a Shaman Sorcerer of Death coming in with Spirit Leech and Scroll of Shielding. Scroll of Shielding, a fantastic item. We have Wolfric the Wanderer as well, coming in with the Boat, of course, and Fight or Die and Hunter of Champions. Pretty solid build, no doubt, classic Norscan style. We're going to try and swarm you and punch you in the face. The Golden Duck's forces, we have a ton of spearmen into the sunset, as well as a couple of units of halberdiers trying to help protect where possible. We do also have Sigma's sons here down in this centre pocket, protected by a warrior priest, who is coming in here with, oh, what's this? A Bandit of Eternal Flame? No, oh, it's just himself. Oh, okay. And affects allies in range. Fire damage to everyone near him. That is a really cool item. I haven't seen it too much. It's constant. That's a really good item, not enough people bring in this matchup. Certainly going to help deal with skin wolves and the like. We have flagellants as well, some of Sigma's most sacred and disgusting of followers. And then we have Knights of the Blazing Sun, of course, in the back line for a bit of protection. Fantastic, getting rid of hounds, skin wolves, and infantry. We have silver bullets in the centre pocket, protected, or aiding, I suppose, the mighty steam tank. And up in the skies, Balthasar Gelton. On his Pegasus, he's not going to be caught for sure. Comes in with Final Transmutation and Searing Doom. There is almost no reason for him to land. His melee attack stats and alike are pretty abysmal. So just staying up in the air. 100 champions not going to be so useful. Of course, can still be dropped in this warrior priest. But yeah, chill out up in the sky, drop all your buffs, get your money from your winds of magic, chase off enemy troops. Hey, what's up, Wicked D? Hope you're all good, buddy. And thank you for tuning and joining in here. And so we do have Suave trying to steal the crown from Golden Duck's head, also known as Golden Eagle, of course. And the Royal Horsemen are going to be lurking now, kind of whipping around these flanks, trying to get on some of the key targets. They're most certainly going to want to be getting on the Knights of the Blazing Sun. However, of course, Silver Bullets do have Stalk, and they are currently hidden. So they may be able to put some pressure on them if they do get a little bit danger close. But some decent damage has been done on the Knights of the Blazing Sun, who are turning their backs currently and falling back where possible. Spearmen are going to actually be approaching the force of Norska here. The men of the Empire certainly not going to be backing down here from the Norscan legions. And even the Knights of the Blazing Sun actually having to charge in on horsemen here, which isn't too good. And oh no, the Norscan Warhounds, if they've spotted the silver bullets, are going to feast happily tonight. And it looks like they have. We can follow the charge in here, guys, as they're going to feast these poor silver bullets. Run for your lives. But also they managed to just about make it some spearmen, and it's a trap. The Knights of the Blazing Sun do surround. A lovely boat comes down the line of Sigma's Sun, but beautiful micro by Golden Duck, just about realising in time and pushing forward, taking minuscule damage as they do charge forward to meet the Berserkers in head-to-head combat. Spearmen being pulled back as well from that front line. Now, a bit of a flank overload here on the left-hand side. We can see double skin wolves and a ton of marauders are pushing through, as well as Wulfric trying to dart into the back line. A fat Spurlich as well going down on the Knights of the Blazing Sun. A really good target in my opinion. Now, the front line, yes, Miststalkers are targeted by Spearmen, but with the help of Marauders, they will push through very quickly. And yeah, Empire forces kind of struggling a little bit. Norscan Warhounds as well trying to dart in, with the Knights of the Blazing Sun going to take a lovely downhill charge and clip a few of them before they flee with their tails between their legs. I'm expecting to see Hunter Champions do go down the War Priest at some point, and oof! A upgraded Final Transmutation catches a ton of troops. Shaman Sorcerer and Double Skin Wolves have all been caught here. Massive damage has come to play as Wulfric pops the Scroll of Shieldon to keep him fighting as well. These Skin Wolves need to be killed, and they need to be killed now, otherwise they simply will regenerate all this damage they are taking. But there are no Spearmen here to help finish off the job. Some of them have been terrified away, perhaps by the might of Balthasar Gelt himself, although more likely the Terracotta Steam Tank was the culprit here. Down here on the low ground, Norscan Warhounds are being swarmed and dispatched here by Knights of the Blazing Sun, but a Spirit Leech is going to counter them, as well as some nice Marauder Horsemen play, get those thrown axes on the key targets. Skin Wolves running for the edge of the battlefield here, but they will most likely rally. Still 12 models as well, so that's a lot of regeneration that they can bring in. Balanced power going slightly Norscan favour here, as the front lines do start to crumble to the might of the Berserkers here. Halberdiers running for the hills as well. Steam Tank going strong. Miststalkers though will be a perfect answer to it, as it tries to shoot in and take out Wulfric, but he's simply bouncing around and having a good time. Warrior Priest has been pinned down here by Maws of Savagery, but of course he does fire damage at the moment. So he'd be more than happy to cleanse the Maws of Savagery for their sins. However, there's still a load of angry werewolves with anti-large, and they will do a massive ton of damage back, and you can see the Warrior Priest is starting to kind of blame her there. If I lose, I blame Duck for the units he gave me, says Golden Duck there. Lovely play with the Warhounds as well, simply going to chase off the Warrior Priest, ensure he doesn't come back to drop any of those buffs. We're going to see another fat Final Transmutation, but not upgraded this time, sadly, doing decent damage to the Miststalkers as well as Wulfric the Wanderer. We do have a Spirit Leech as well, cast on Balthasar Gelt, and it looks like the hope of the Empire does rely mainly left on that Steam Tank. I don't think he's going to have enough Winds of Magic for another final transmutation, and with the Skin Wolves rallying like this, their regeneration is going to make them have such good value. Balthasar Gelt heroically darts in on his mighty Pegasus, or Pegasi, whatever it's called. But yeah, Monster Savagery here to wave hello and just start chewing through that flesh of Balthasar Gelt. That golden head of his probably will not protect him. Let's get back up into the air though, and should be able to escape for now. Steam Tank trying its little heart out here, but there's so many anti-large troops here. Big damage dealers like the Miststalkers haven't been dealt with, and they'll clobber down the Steam Tank where possible. GG, says Suave and Golden Duck here. They think it's all over, but Balance Power still says it's possible, and that's probably due, though, to the health Balthasar Gelt does indeed have left. Down here on the low ground, Marauders have been forced back, dishonouring their ancestors here. They will not be feasting in the halls of Valhalla today. They are fleeing from meagre spearmen here. Although it looks like some Marauders are running downhill as well to avenge the wrong there and kind of try their little heart out. Balthasar Gelt comes charging it, despite the fact he is wavering here. Which is his morale. Oh, it's because army losses. I was about to say, his morale looked quite good. And it looks like the forces of Norska do claim victory. And we have a three-way tie currently for King of the Hill, as Logic, Golden Duck, and Suave all have 1 point. Good stuff. I hope you guys enjoyed that. That was a really fun one. GG. Great game. Steam Tank OP. So let's quickly switch the map up as well. What map shall we choose? Delph Outskirts seems like a good one. So I will send a quick message to Get Up Mule, see if he's still online. If not, we get Consular Roman or just someone from chat. Still got time for probably 2 games. You are up. I think Ninja may be back as well, so perhaps we can get him in if not. My wolves can't get your silver bullets. Well, thanks for casting. Happy birthday. Thank you, Gondut Man. Awesome competitor there. Playing some really good games, and thank you as well for bearing with the lag problems and stuff. So let's update the scoreboard quickly. So Golden Eagle does unfortunately fall here, but still very good displays all around. So let's sort out the score. It is now 1 for Suave. And unfortunately, whoever comes in, of course, isn't going to get the extra point there. Bam. There we go. Awesome stuff. Looks like it fits in the box. And we'll see if he does respond. I messaged him in Discord, so hopefully he'll be here. And if not, we'll simply move on to the next person. Pulling back with the spears and interrupting the charge of Sigma Sons was clutch. Yeah, that was some really nice play all around. Anthony, I agree. The Great Book of Grudges. Hello. How are you doing, man? Hope you're all good. I believe you are the real Great Book of Grudges, who does the lore videos and the like. I'm a big fan. So thank you for saying happy birthday and tuning in, man. Really appreciate it. Really do appreciate it indeed. So Gut Mule is going to be up if he's here. Let's drop him a private message as well. So we'll just give him a couple of minutes. If he doesn't hop on, we'll simply move on. Let's see, is Consul Rome on the line? We may have time to get him in or Ninja back as well. Looks like not at the second. Cool. Well, I can chat with you guys for a little while anyway, and see what he does. See what he does indeed do. Little look through chat. Looks like we're all good here. Let's check the stream strength as well. Make sure we have no problems. Yep, stream is all healthy. Always good to see. Good stuff. I am popped by having dinner. You're a good castmate. Lots of fun. Thank you so much, man. Thank you so much. I'm glad you're enjoying. And I hope you have a good dinner as well. Cool, cool. So, let's move on then if he's not going to reply. Let's see if Consular Rome is currently there. If not, we'll see if Ninja's back. So if he's still able to do the King of the Hill, hopefully he is. Consul of Rome is one of the newest members of DBD as well. He has recently joined the clan, but he's been on the channel for ages beforehand. I think he's been around since I had like 50 subs, playing on the channel, playing in tournaments, which is always good to see him in action. Cool. Let's, I'm just going to message a few people quickly, so we can get the next one underway as quickly as possible. Ninja. Okay, let's give him a couple of minutes to respond. Just sorting out opponents. Awesome stuff. And yeah, should still have enough time for 2 games. Cool, looks like Ninja is the first to answer the call, so we'll get him in here. Oh, there we go. Where's my boy Taco? Taco hasn't arrived yet today. I'm sure he'll be around at some point. And Taco, did he win? Yeah, Taco was the winner of the last Death Before Dishonor as well, which is a tournament series we do. It kind of continues to roll on and on and on. And we have started Season 6, I believe. But I'm waiting, I'm moving house today. That's why there's a bit of a time limit on today. So once I've moved everything across and set up the PC and made sure the internet connection's all good and everything, then we'll organise the next round, basically. Penguin noises. So, Suave, picks, and bans 2. As the current king, let's update the scoreboard as well. As left text, please. Ninja. And he has returned. The son of Bretonia, it looks like, possibly. We'll see what they do. Pick a look at Suave going greenskins. Yes, Suave. You are absolute hero. I'd like to see it. Get up, Mule. You're too late for now. You can take the next spot. So you'll still be on, man. I'll make sure I can fit you in, bud. Don't worry. You will be on for the next game. Cool. Q. Literally just double checking the guys so we can just sort up so the next game will be quite quick. Cool, thanks. Awesome. So we've got 2 games left, guys. So can Ninja claim Suave's crown and make it a full-on tie, 4-way tie with anyone? Or will Suave take the initiative here and try and crown himself as the mighty king? Aldorf Outskirts is the map, and it looks like Ninja Pingvin is going for High Elves, of course. If you've seen many of my streams before, King of the Hills and the like, you'll know Ninja does love High Elves, and he has one big weakness. And his weakness is he loves a star puppy, as he calls them, which of course is a mighty star dragon, so certainly expect to see one here. And he's one of those players who, when he first hopped on the channel, was very new to the multiplayer scene, and he's improved so much throughout the course of kind of like my YouTube channel in general, because he was kind of getting into it when I started, and it's always good to see him back and improving consistently. Which is always good to see. Greenskins for the win, indeed. I hear you do enjoy the biggest and the broadest boy, you auto win. Logic EU there. The former king. Don't worry, man, you're still technically tied for king. We have a 3-way tie between you, Golden Duck, and Suave so far, all with 1 win. And we'll have to see, though, if Suave does take his royalty up a little notch here. Should be some good stuff. And sorry for constantly showing my head like this. I am just looking at you guys on my chat. How do you like the shirt as well? Look at this. Oh, let's see. I don't know if you can see it. I don't know if any of you guys are cartoon fans. But boom! Have Rick and Morty. A Rick and Morty combined with Run the Jewels shirt. I actually have a Rubber Duck of War shirt as well, but I'm stupidly not wearing it today. Unfortunately, I should probably try and wear that for streams. If I am going to be doing it the face cam a little bit more. As long as it's not too distracting, I'll take feedback on it. And see how it does indeed roll. Yes. Ninja representing DBD, Suave, DDG. I need to get a clan war going between these two. I've done quite a lot of clan wars recently, and they seem to be really popular. People seem to love them. They're kind of friendly competitive, which is the way I like to do my tournaments as much as possible. There's only really prizes at the moment for Death Before Dishonor, which I'm sure we'll figure something out as well for this year, or this season. And if you do want to get involved in these type of tournaments, feel free to join my Discord. Link is in the description down below. Gets you involved in my YouTube channel, replays you can send me, and tournaments and all that good stuff. Don't worry about Ninja clicking in and clicking out. He has OCD, so he has like a repetition thing. So he has to repeatedly click in and out, which is unfortunate. Luckily it doesn't affect him in battle too much. I was having a bit of a nightmare, I think. But he will be loading in just a second. Hope the moving's going all good, Logic, as well. You should be my servant today, carrying all my stuff from my room to the next house, hopefully. But yes. And well done on your victory earlier as well. I'm excited, though. I'm always excited to see greenskins in action. I wonder if we have any of the cool new tools coming in. Perhaps some of the kind of more wacky inventions, like the Snotling pump wagons and stuff, could be really good fun. But here we go, loading in, and I am excited. At the same time, in this matchup, I could see some Goblin Doomdiver catapults as well, being rather effective. Artillery in general tends to be very good against High Elves. They have a very tightly packed formation. They kind of like their good old spear shield walls, which makes them, you know, quite solid up against cavalry and stuff sometimes if you do brace. But the weakness to this is, of course, that anything that does bursts of kind of explosive damage, like artillery pieces or breath attacks and the like, do huge damage to them and can really pull apart them quite nastily in general. So we'll have to see, though, what the two lads have brought. We're going to be fighting outside of Altdorf here. So it looks like the Empire are going to be cowering behind their walls, as they are wont to do, and watching, you know, their allies, the High Elves, who have obviously come to their aid here to try and stop the rampaging green skins, and you know, neglected to aid them, which is certainly something I can see the Empire doing in my lizard man, cynical, cold-blooded mind here. So poor little hovel as well down here. Not going to be having it the greatest of times. Lock the doors and pray that the swarm does leave you alone. And here we go, guys. Looks like we do actually have some artillery. So let's hop into the current King's forces, the mighty Suave. So in the main battle line, we do have Orc Boys, a unit you don't get to see terribly often, actually. And they can do decent work up against state troops, so I actually quite like the pick here. But it's a mixture of Orc Boys and Goblins dotted in the midst, as well as the 8-peak Loons as well. So rather cheap and cheerful, here to, you know, do some decent damage, but also absorb a lot of damage as well for a relatively low cost. We have the Black Orcs as well, the biggest, the meanest, and the toughest of the lads, coming here with some awesome AP. Can certainly chew their way through both cavalry and infantry. We have some Orc Arrow Boys as well, looks like just a few units, and a little Skirmish Corps as well, so quite a flexible build. We have Goblin Wolf Rider Archers mixed in with Morgrub's Mangy Marauders, as well as double Stone Trolls, who of course come in with regeneration and that lovely resistance as well to range damage. Now, beautiful, this is some really kind of a veteran tournament play, which Suave is a veteran of. He's using the terrain very well here, hiding his Hammer of Gork behind this hovel here. So if the opponent does have like Eagle Claw bolt throws and like, they won't be able to shoot him, but he can loop those shots up and over and shoot back. So really good play there by Suave. We have a Goblin Big Boss as well, with the whole they need stabbing debuff, as well as a Goblin Great Shaman on top of the Giant Spider, which is a really good pick in general up against High Elves. Don't Even Try It, Crown of Command, Vindictive Glare, and Sneaky Stabbings are the toolkit. We also have a Black Orc Big Boss, going to be helping out those Stone Trolls with the leadership. Now for the forces of the High Elves, of course, we do indeed have some dragons. We have Illyrian Reavers in a vanguard position, and a relatively slim force. We have double Rangers, flanked either side by Sylvan Guard. Should be able to chew through a lot of the Orc Boys and Goblins, who will of course struggle up against the Black Orc contingent. We have archers as well, protected by a unit of spearmen in the back. Fireborn hiding in the trees here could be very pivotal in taking down those stone trolls with their fire damage. But the real kind of punch in, what your guys are here for, and what Ninja plays this game for, is the double dragon. We have a prince on top of a mighty dragon, coming with deadly onslaught as well as foe seeker, and a mage of fire with Bonehead, Fireball, and Flamestorm. I absolutely love it. Unfortunately, it looks like some of the Illyrian Reavers were also vanguarded over on this right-hand flank. They did some pretty good work, actually, to Morgrub's Mangy Marauders, with Sneaky Stabbing popped and some Stone Trolls nearby. These Illyrian Reavers are fleeing for the hills as fast as possible, taking massive damage as they do fall back behind the hill. Other Illyrian Reavers, though, are going to be wrapping up and around this flank, and if Suave's not careful, he's going to pick apart the Hammer of Gork, but looks like he is well prepared for this, as the Stone Trolls do indeed fall back, and are simply going to wait. And if the Illyrian Reavers want to come and have a go, they'll be more than happy to outmatch them. So currently it looks like Suave is going to go for the skirmish game. Quite happy to take this fight with the Goblin boss, pinning in those Illyrian Reavers so they can't force themselves on top of the Wolf Riders. But the Dragon do come in here, and this could be a big problem. Goblin Big Boss is not going to have a fun time. Looks like Sneaky Stabbing will come in, but the boss is terrified here, and a big, though, Vindictive Glare comes in. Looks like the shots will kind of spread, though, so no massive damage, and the Goblin Big Boss is probably going to be forced off the battlefield here, so nice little pickup by Ninja, despite the early damage done to the Illyrian Reavers. That was a pretty good trade for the High Elves, in my opinion. Now, Ninja is desperately trying to kind of float back and forth to get a little sight of the Hammer of Gork, but Suave, well prepared, going to keep moving the Stone Trolls, not to kind of defend idly, but be rather active here. Both forces wanting to sit back for now while they indeed skirmish. Looks like they're both good to go there. Cool. As another Vindictive Glare does come in. One problem with this high elf build, especially coming in with the cost of 2 dragons, is no healing with these 2 big single entities, and the Fire Mage on the Sun Dragon is incredibly squishy for a big beastie, so the Goblin Archers simply can't come here. Pop in here and loose a few shots. Illyrian Reavers continuing to try and dart in the back lines. Greenskin's happy to take this fight for now, as the Hammer of Gork as well is continuing to launch in shots. And it looks like we are going to see a Flamestorm come down. There's a bold move. I think he's going to unfortunately mistime it here. And yeah, the Morgul's Raging Marauders are going to retreat. So he's desperately trying to attack here. Flamestorm actually going to clip the wings maybe of his own lord. But yeah, that dragon needs to fall back. And the dragons being used to try and deal with the Goblin Wolf Riders isn't a good situation at all for the High Elves, as the Illyrian Reavers do dart over, trying to fend off, but the High Elves certainly need to get kind of moving forward here and actually start taking the initiative, as they are suffering heavily here from the initial skirmish. Yes, they managed to force off the Goblin Big Boss, but at the cost of 3/4 of the health of a major fire and a unit of Illyrian Reavers. Looks like the High Elves, are going to be pushing forward here, which is good to see, as they do need to, of course, keep up with the attacking rule. A fat fireball is going to be going down. Now, it could well be going after the Hammer of Gork, which has kind of revealed itself from its hidey hole here. And it is going to be going in, and it does hit one of the artillery pieces. And that artillery piece is just gone. That's, what? Where is it? It says they still have 3. It's just disappeared. Look at that. What? That is bizarre. Is it completely gone? It's like been totally burnt by an elvish flame there. And yeah, the Hammer of Gork seems to have lost an artillery piece into the dirt or something. Maybe it pushed it under the map, who knows. We'll have to see. It looks like another shot may be coming in as well. Vindictive Glare is going to be going down on the flank of the Fireball. They're making some decent connection, just clearing the one model though, as the High Elves do approach through the trees here. Archers need to get into position as well to try and pressure the Hammer of Gork. And yeah, it is down to 2 models now, but they've actually hopped on it there. The Morgul's Mangy Marauders have certainly earned their feast tonight, pushing forward and doing massive damage once again to the dragons, but Sylvan Guard here, they're going to be happy to take those shots. They do, of course, come in with that glorious silver shield, and I'm not really sure why Ninja's kind of sitting back here. That Hammer of Gork is just simply going to gain value by continuously shooting here. And it looks like, as well, Arcane Conduit going down on the Goblin Great Shaman. The Hammer of Gork is down to just 1 model piece now, I think. This is really bizarre. I don't know what's happening over here, as another Fireball does indeed come in. It looks like it may well connect, and kaboom, down it does go. And yeah, all of them have been completely eviscerated. There's not even any sign of them left on the map, which means the Greenskins, of course, are going to have to push forward here. Now, Fireborn chasing skirmishers normally isn't a good idea, but if they can catch them, they can rout them very, very quickly here, and they would be forced off the edge of the map. But Stone Trolls pushing up to drive back the Firebomb, but these guys can turn around, wheel about and charge back in. They can do some massive shock damage, and Morgul's Mangy Marauders are now going to flee from the battlefield, deadly close there to the edge of the battle as well. Archers now trying to focus down the Orc Arrow Boys, as both these guys playing this very passively, or not passively but cautiously, kind of trying to get the upper hand on the skirmish phase instead. And you can see that Major Fire way in the back, but still has breath attacks, still has magic, can still generate a lot of value despite the damage it took. But really, yeah, you want to get the Orc Arrow Boys off the field first and away from those Vindictive Glares. Fireborn riding through the fire and the flames, going for a hardcore charge in the front line, going straight for that Goblin Great Shaman, who's desperately going to have to flee here. And the Star Dragon is coming in as well, trying to take it down. Sneaky Stabbing has been popped as well, but it looks like it's going to be fleeing where possible. A fat vindictive glare as well looks to be coming in, but maybe even hits friendly foes there. Doesn't do much damage to the prince at all. But yeah, dragon wants to get up in the skies once more. Fireborn, lovely hit. Kind of like small micro to see. They were over here and they kind of dart back in to the rear of these orc boys in an attempt to break them and really help out the Silveran Guard. Now the major fire is here and active. These Elven Reavers need to wrap up and around now and kind of slam home to this big blob fight. But instead, going for a very nice breath attack down the Orc boys, terrifying them away as well. The Hammer of Gork crew has charged heroically here into the Rangers, who are certainly being sliced and diced up here. Not going to be having too good of a game for them. Stone Trolls, though, have managed to surround and absolutely pummel the Firebomb, which is really kind of unfortunate for them. And it looks like another Vindictive Glare went into the back of the Prince, and these dragons haven't really been able to get good value so far. A Fireball has gone in onto the Stone Trolls trying to kill a model, but it looks like it was relatively unsuccessful. Orc Arrow Boys with the War popped as well. Going to be trying to shoot down the Fire Mage. A Breath Attack, unfortunately, went really janky there and caught like one model of these Orc boys. Isn't too good at all for them. And the Fire Mage is waiting to kind of dart in here. The things are looking pretty bleak for the High Elves. They're kind of more small elite force, really reliant on these dragons, and there's just no answer to the Stone Trolls. As they do kind of pile in here, with the Firebond forced off, the dragons will simply get dragged down. In the distance, the Firebond are returning, but I don't think there's going to be enough of them, and yet the Mage is already gone. And there's a lot of infantry left fighting, Silveran, Spearmen, Rangers. Without these heavy hitters, the Stone Trolls will slap them apart. Although there's anti-large, I suppose that's working for them, but with a relatively healthy Black Orcs still active, they'll be able to chew through a lot of Spearmen before they get too tired. So the major fire trying to rally here. Looks like Elven Reavers riding alongside to try and boost the morale and shout words of encouragement to the dragon, try and bring it back to the fray, as he's certainly going to need his magic if he's going to pull this game back. Fireborn have stand your ground, but they don't even try. It is popped on them, and you can see some models do fall for that as well. Goblin Great Shaman as well, pushing forward just to assist the Stone Trolls and shutting down the Arch Core. And Army Losses isn't actually too far away at this point. Orc Arrow Boys are still unleashing some shots here. Looks like we may be getting a breath attack in. Lovely breath attack coming down the line, clobbering a ton of greenskins. You can see a kind of open gullet there of just fire dotted all around the place. Lovely stuff by the Star Dragon, up to 73 kills, but at the same time it's very expensive and it needs to pay for itself with a lot of kills. Elven Reavers trying to get in some shock damage on the Goblins and try and break them off, but Suave has been ever vigilant with these Stone Trolls, gets them in the right position at the right time. Get back here as well, popped just to keep their leadership nice and healthy. Still, Ninja is going down and swinging here, managing to dart on top of the Orc Arrow Boys with the Dragon, but in comes the big boss, in comes the Goblin Great Shaman, trying to pin him in place. There's a couple of brave greenskins, but they are forced to the ground. But every time the Dragon comes in like this, he's going to be taking more and more damage. Now, the 8-peak loons probably don't have enough troops left to drop another Fanatic Whirl, which would be a really nice thing to do down the Spearman line. It looks like Army Losses is going to set in, and Suave, the man of the hour, the king of this hill, is going to be taking the lead now with 2 victories, and there's only 1 game to go. Can, please forget your name, get up something, will come in here and try to win victory. Very well played to both these competitors. I just think the Fireborn, yes, they got 51 kills, were kind of thrown away a little bit too early, as they were really needed to get consistent cycle charging into the Stone Trolls. But I still love the pick of the Double Dragon. How can you not love that? GG. Yeah, some really interesting early stuff as well. Like, the Elves looked like they were going to be out skirmished. Got the upper hand by driving off the Goblin Big Boss, doing decent damage, but then they needed to push forward at that point and kind of, take the small win. We won a little bit of skirmish and then push forward, try and capitalise, rather than thinking, you know what, we skirmished, it went well, let's continue to do it. And unfortunately for them, the Dragons just went down. So we will get the final competitor in here now. Password is 123. Awesome stuff. Ugh. GG, tough for Elves to kill those trolls. Indeed, man. Indeed. Yes, get up mule, you are next, my dude. If you wear a Rubber Duck Award t-shirt whilst playing, the army gains 10% bread. Indeed. Empire forever neglected. Indeed, unfortunately. Yeah, that catapult got that was so weird. It got this source code completely deleted there, just was none. Hey, and here it is. This is the last round. So make... Cool, just let them know. And Suave, picks, and bands too. And let's switch the map up. Let us go for an old school classic here. Alpine Ridge is the map. Let's update the scoreboard quickly. So Suave is up to 2 now, so the current leader. So he's definitely won with the most wins, but will he be king at the end of the hill? I'm sure we will find out in this next game. But quickly, let's switch this round. Hopefully I don't butcher this name any more than I already have. So Gidda Mule. There we go. Awesome, and it fits perfectly. So let's see what these guys do have in stores. Can I go same faction? Sure. Yeah, and saw, but I guess Silver and Guard. Yeah, Silver and Guard did okay, but they were the kind of anvil. They needed the hammer to like strike home and do some decent damage. We needed rear attacks from the dragons and from the dragon princes and the alien reavers and the like, and some big breath attacks to really clear through that chaff, as well as the Black Orcs, because there were so many. And yeah, the Stone Trolls with Black Orcs, I agree, is a pretty deadly combination. So Suave is going greenskins, banning counts and Dowie. Unfortunately, we've seen all the Dowie we will see today. And we're going to see some Skaven. Interesting stuff. So greenskins versus Skaven. 2 factions which can swarm very well. At the same time, Skaven can sit back and defend quite nicely as well. What I'm expecting to see is a kind of mixed build coming in by Gidda Mule. And probably some range to pressure some of the key targets. Like get some Giselles in there to take down casters, characters and the like. And then get some big monsters in there as well to scare and terrify the greenskins. But again, I'm not a Skaven main, so we'll have to see. We are on Alpine Ridge as well, so range may struggle. Get Up Mule is ready though. Instantly has a build. Did we have Warriors of Chaos? Unfortunately not, man. Well, thank you, Leo. Thank you for the happy birthday message. Oh no, sorry, I said happy to be here. Don't worry, I was getting distracted, but it's all good. It's all good, Leo. You can see some games here. As we do go forward now into the final game of the stream. Cool. Just going to quickly check that we're all good. Stream strength and stuff. Yeah, not looking too bad at all. I think green screens are tricky for Elves to deal with, says Malverde. Yeah. I agree. I think High Elves struggle pretty hard against certain factions. Ones which can bring large threats and swarm in particular. Such as like Lizardmen and stuff, I think could be quite tough for High Elves. I'm afraid we don't have any time for more games, man. My voice is actually dying now all of a sudden as well, which is kind of annoying. But I've got to move. I'm moving house today. So, and it's like 8 in the evening. So I still need to get my desk across, my PC across, my bed across, like a load of stuff to do yet. So unfortunately, it's going to be a short stream today. Yeah. Hopefully my voice shall return. And here we are, guys, the final showdown on Alpine Ridge. It's a pretty awesome map, old school OG from Rome Total War 1, which the map's changed quite a lot from then, gone through a lot of different variations. The map used to be one gigantic hill, but now it's a small hill in the middle, which is quite nice because it does block your sight from your opponent's deployment, which is pretty interesting. It opens up a few more possibilities, as you can't just rearrange straight away. You have to send scouts over the top, flying units around the sides or something, to actually kind of spy out and see what your opponent does indeed have before you do engage. And that's what I quite like, because back in the day, in medieval times, well, and ancient times, you'd send skirmishers forward to kind of block your deployment, so your opponent couldn't see what you're on. But you can't really do that in this game, of course, because we have the overarching view. Anyway, guys, here we do indeed go. So, for the forces of the Greenskins and the current king, the mighty Suave, with Azag the Slaughterer up onto his Wyvern leading the forces. Coming with Doom and Darkness, a very underrated spell. Spirit Leech and Aspect of the Dread Knight. Now, the combination of the Dread Knight, which does allow you to cause terror, plus the Doom and Darkness can be pretty potent. For the main battle line, we are going to have a ton of Night Goblins. This is pretty interesting stuff. All with Fanatics, it would seem. Oh no, only some with Fanatics. So a mixture of Night Goblins and Night Goblin Fanatics as the main battle line. A load of Night Goblin Squig Hoppers as well. So going for a Night Goblin theme. Forest Goblin Spider Rider Archers as well as triple Night Goblin Archers, one of which is the Rusty Arrows. So a ton of Night Goblins here. We do have a single oh god, completely fallen over there. Snotling Pump Wagon. Yeah, there we go. Snotling Pump Wagon as well. And we have some Savage Orcs as well on the flanks, released on this right-hand flank with some Trolls. To round out the leadership core, we have a Goblin Big Boss as well, of course with Sneaky Stabbing. Looks like we have a nice Vanguard on the left-hand side. So, for the forces of the Skaven here, and Get Up Mule, with an assassin hidden in the trees. For the main front line, we've got a ton of Skaven slaves, the ultimate cheap and uncheerful chaff. Their lives probably not too great. They are literally walking meat bags, who are meat shields that's going to be there to absorb damage, take any archer fire, and try to take the charge from the greenskins, and allow the other units to counter charge. And it looks like we have a melee focused Skaven build. We have Plague Monk Censer Bearers in the secondary line, as well as Beric Dundarian's most favourite rat troops, the Clan Vulcan Tail Slashers with their flaming swords and thematic shields. So double Plague Monks, pretty interesting to see. Plague Priest as well, on top of his Plague Furnace, coming in with Pestilent Breath and Billowing Death. We do have Poison Wind Mortars in the centre pocket here. And it looks like, for the most part, they're going to be protected by Clan Rats and one unit of Warp Grinders. Of course, you have the ability to pin people in place. We have double Rat Ogres as well. And for leadership, Lord Scrog. So kind of a Pestilence theme going on, at least with the central core of the build, up against the Night Goblin Vanguard Horde. We have a Doom-Wheel, which I quite like as well. Should be able to run through a lot of these troops. Now, the Fanatics are upon the enemy here, but this is going to be a slight concern, is that this second half of the army is going to struggle to catch up in time. So over on the right-hand flank, we have Forest Goblin Spider Riders, and over on this left-hand side, we do have the Squigs, including Durkit's Squigs themselves, which are a very good unit. And the Skaven, flee, flee for your lives, they scream, as they decide to fall back here and try to reposition to deal with the very quick approach here. And a lovely summon as well. Clan Rats being summoned in the front line is particularly good. They're not going to catch the Fanatic Night Goblins, however. And a big old Mortar Strike comes in on the Night Goblin Fanatics, doing massive damage. And you want to do as much damage to these guys as possible so they can't unleash their Fanatics. As I think if they get below 25% health, they can no longer call upon them. Night Goblins are now raining in fire on the Poison Wind Mortars, which is a really good target, as they're going to decimate the 8 Pig Loons here. A ton of friendly fire, as I say that. Skaven slaves go down in droves, but at the same time, you hit their slaves, they're there to die. The Poison Wind Mortar, yeah, needs to fall back now, as the Night Goblin Squig Hoppers and Forest Goblin Spider Riders do pressure. Lovely counter punch over on this right-hand side, as Rat Ogres do catch a unit, but they are going to be swarming in from all angles here. Looks like the Rusty Arrows are now the focus of attention, but the war is popped. Juicing up these Night Goblins to extreme feats of heroism and carnage. They're going to drive through quite nicely. Night Goblin Squig Hoppers have managed to finish off here the Mortars, which is a really good thing for them, as those Mortars could be a big pain. And a huge overload on this left-hand flank as Trolls and Durkit Squigs do roam freely. And it looks like poor Lord Strog as well is being assassinated here by Azag. Royal Corruption has gone down. We also have a Spirit Leech going down on Lord Strog to counterpunch that. Stand Your Ground has been popped to try and keep him fighting, but his troops do break away and run for the hills here, as well as Lord Strog, and Azag is surely going to be after that pestilent booty. Over on this side, it's going a little bit better though for the Skaven. Plague Monk Censer Bearers are starting to rack up the kills, as Rat Ogres do push in as well. However, they have failed to shut down the Rusty Arrows, and they will love to shoot Censer Bearers all day, every day. It looks like both units are focusing down on those naked fanatical rats as well. With their 0 armor, they're not going to have the best of times. Lord Strog has returned. They need stabbing has been popped on him, and Azag with Foe Seeker is on the prowl. Looks like he's not actually going to go in for the kill here, as Rat Ogres, I suppose, are nearby. Maybe best to wrap around with the Forest Goblin Spider Riders. So these guys were just saying good luck, have fun. As the Savage Orcs have taken a bit of a beating in the front line, but a lot of the more elite troops of the Skaven are even starting to run now. Plague Censer Bearers kind of giving up hope, as a war is popped once more, making Azag an absolute killing machine here in combat. Should allow him to tear through this Plague Priest with deadly efficiency. Although it's kind of going strong for now. Doomwheel as well, going to try to pin in Azag, and this could be a fantastical way back into the game here for the force of Skaven. Rat Ogres as well have managed to pin in the Snotling Pump Wagons, and all of a sudden the Skaven have lifelines kind of dotted all around the battlefield, although the Goblin Big Boss is here as well. And it looks like Azag has sensed the danger and he forced himself up into the skies. I wonder where that assassin went that we did indeed see earlier. We're going to see a lovely summon of Plague Monks here, can help chew through the line, and a good old breath as well, hurting at those savage orcs. And there's a Lord Scroke though, 550 health, is probably going to get killed by a Spirit Leech or a very angry Wyvern, one of the two. Take your pick, and it looks like it's going to be the Wyvern for the most part. Once again, Lord Scroke has been terrified, they need stabbing has been popped. Doom will desperately come over to the aid, with Azak down to just 940 health. They need to slay him as quickly as possible here. But the Skaven going strong. Clan Rats are slowly, some of the Clan Rats, dragging it down at Night Goblins. And Lord Scroke survives yet again. Doom and Darkness has been popped on him and only 60 health. He's unlikely to come back to the field of battle. Plague Monk Sensor Bearers have managed to get into the back line though, shutting down these Night Goblin archers, and yes, they may be few in number and low in health at this point, but 122 kills kind of shows off their battle prowess. They should be able to clean up these goblins, but some nice crossfire kind of by the rusty arrows will set them down. Now a ton of the Greenskin forces are legging it at this point, being routed by the mighty Plague Priest, which may be able to carry here. They've managed to force off these stone trolls. They need to chase those guys off the field, if possible, as well as this Goblin Big Boss. And perhaps the Plague Priest and Doomwall can carry. Balanced power, though, is in favour of the Greenskins, as Night Goblin Squig Hoppers do reeve in the back lines, chasing down troops where possible. And that Doomwall is so low health, it's desperately trying to chase off these troops, but the Squigs may be coming over to say hello, and it looks like their mere presence does force the Doomwall off the battlefield. And it looks like that could be the kind of story of the end portion of this battle, as leadership does falter, unfortunately, for the Skaven, with their Lord gone and Azag still in the field, being a terror-causing Wyvern. Rat Ogre's desperately trying to fall back as the Skaven kind of unite all their forces here behind the Plague Priest. And maybe if he has one or two summons left and they can tear out the Stone Trolls and kill Azag, possibly there's a way back in the game. But it looks like the Doomwall has faltered here and is forced off, as well as these Plague Monk Sensor Bearers. Looks like a breath attack does come in, desperately trying to force off the Goblin Spiders, who have shattered here, in fairness to them. And in comes the Plague Priest, and Ratog is trying to go toe-to-toe with the Stone Trolls, with the pesky Goblin Big Boss here, and no doubt Azag dropping in with Foe Seeker and Aspect of the Red Knight to make him cause even more terror. He caused terror already, but who knows. And it looks like that is going to be the concede from the Skaven. Very cool game there, guys, to end it out. Hope you guys did enjoy that one, as Suave is going to claim victory. Really solid build, had the potential to swarm with the nice little Vanguard and wrapping around the flanks, and at the same time had enough punch to push through a melee-centric build like Get Up Mules did indeed bring. Very well played to both of these combatants though, and Suave is the king. King Suave. So GG, well played. King Suave rules the stream. So well played to all our competitors who did indeed play today, and massive shout out, guys, for the support. I really appreciate it. You've definitely made my birthday that little bit more special, and I'll speak to you guys in just a second. Let's quickly update the scoreboard. So score number 2, please. And there we go. And Suave is this stream's king with 3 victories, which is some awesome stuff. Thanks for playing. Awesome, awesome. I think Suave mains Greenskins. I think he probably mains Greenskins and Norska. You tend to see if they main one, they main the other. They can play relatively similar if needs be. And happy birthday from the king. Thank you. Thank you, man. I really appreciate it. So thank you guys for tuning in. If you have enjoyed what you see, feel free to like the video. Feel free to subscribe if you're new, and all that kind of good stuff. But thank you so much. I played absolute garbage. Man, you played good. You nearly managed to drag it back there at the death. So quickly, massive extra shout out as well to some people who contributed rather lovely to the stream. Massive shout out to Akene for giving 100 in Polish money. Not sure what that translates to, but thank you massive amounts for him. Poison Ducky as well, and Black Fawn for all supporting the channel. 2 donations, as well as Black Fawn as well, coming in and becoming a member of the Royal Duck Guard. Now guys, I'm off to go move a ridiculous amount of stuff. Basically, to from one house to the next. It's going to be stressful, it's going to be long, but I will be back. So thank you guys, till next time, peace, peace. And as always, stay awesome.